It's twilight time. Out of the mist your voice is calling. It's twilight time. When people couldn't calling marks the end of day. I'll miss you, my dear, at twilight time. Deep in the dark your kiss will thrill me like there's a roar. Out of the mist your voice will kill me with dreams untold. I count the moments, darling, till you're here with me. Together at last at twilight time. Here in the afterglow, babe, we meet our rendezvous beneath the moon. Here is the same as the way I fall in love again. As I did then, deep in the dark your kiss will thrill me like there's a roar. Out of the mist your voice will thrill me with dreams untold. I count the moments, darling, till you're here with me. Together at last at twilight time. Afterglow, babe, we meet our rendezvous beneath the moon. Yeah, in the same and simple way, I fall in love again. As I did then, deep in the dark your kiss will thrill me like there's a roar. Out of the mist your voice will thrill me with dreams untold.
11 for Mike Chatterley to round out the field. Looks like there's a problem with Vincent's machine. Not able to make it out for the heat, and we're ready to roll as they roll off for turn number 4. Michael Vanes, Nicholas Brightman on the front row to bring him down off the 4th corner. Green flag is out. We're underway. Taillight action by the time they hit turn number 1. Look at the 7 of Vaness. Ryan Vaness in the number 7 works his way to the outside, takes the lead off at turn number 4. Brightman has to settle in behind. Cameron now works the outside, trying to find his right up into the top 2. Off the 2nd corner they come. The team cars of Casto and Rebello work the outside groove. They get by the 35 of Perry. Now work the outside of the number 17 of Brightman as they come off at turn number 4. The 85 of Michael Vanes is right there as well as they hit turns 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, top 3 cars. Nose to tail, single file, make that the field as they all single themselves out. Rebello gets by Brightman, now settles himself in 4th as 17 of Brightman rounds out the top 5. Down into 1 and 2 they go. Michael Vanes starting to slide back on the outside. He's dropped himself back to 7th on the grid. Brightman moves up the track. Perry takes a look to the inside and takes over the 5th running position. Brightman back to 6th. Vanes holds on to 7th. That's Nathan's back up front. Battle goes to 2nd as they come off of turn number 4. Vaness continues to set the pace as Canberra and Casto battle for that 2nd position. Casto on the inside, the orange and white number 0. Canberra up high in the red and blue 42 Mustang. Gives the spot to Casto as he takes over 2nd. Rebello now taking a look to the inside. time by. They're going to get the twin sticks up in the air. 6 laps have been complete, 2 laps to go this time. Vanessa sets the pace. Castro hunting him down. Rebello sits in third. Cameron runs to the outside. Cameron's got to settle in from behind. Rebello cannot make a run on the outside, but Castro can. Castro with that orange and white zero works his way to the outside. Off of turn number 4, Vanessa gets caught on the inside. Double wide down into 1 and 2. Off the second corner, they come side by side for the lead. Ryan Vanessa, the rookie, down on the inside. Ron Castro up high, runs second in the points, looking to pad his position off the fourth corner. They come, and Ryan Vanessa will just edge out the number 0 of Ron Castro Jr. Mike Rebello will finish third. Fourth will be Lance Cameron, the number 42, and Dan Perry in the number 35, rounding up.
What was here was Prisco's number 88, so we'll see if they made some adjustments to that car. Green is out. Broda gets the jet down the front center, but he's got some tough competition. Here comes Robertson.
Robertson works the outside, trying to get out front, but Brodeur sets that pace. Saratelli sits third, but that car's a little bit loose through the corners. Fitzgerald taking a look to the inside, and here comes Vanessa in that white number 3 down on the bottom.
The rookie Robertson up on the outside with the elbow out on number 20. Now trying to get a run up on the backside of the 65 for Brodeur. And here comes deep in the pack, it's Slick Billy Prisco, and he's following through the 3 of Mike Vanessa.
Vanessa paving the way for your defending track champion, Billy Prisco. But Prisco's got some competition behind him as Ned Ryan works his back bumper, following him through the pack.
Only 4 drivers have picked up wins in this division so far. Lee Hayes, Mike Rebello, Ronnie Castro, and Slick Billy Prisco. Hayes unable to make it tonight. Scoot Sprague, the guys taking the night off. So that leaves the show open for just about anybody else.
Outside of Robertson, but Robertson battles back down low and holds on to the lead. Who's Billy Prisco bringing with him? The number 21 for his mentor, Ned Ryan. Ryan has been trying to run all last year and this year for Billy Prisco. It looks like he's got the hang of it. Well, one way to learn is to follow in the footprints, and that's exactly what Ryan is doing. And with 2 to go, we've got the number 70 of Lenny Guy around his number 3. He keeps that car rolling, we stay under 3. And they've got Bond drive, 2 to go. This time, Bond, everybody's starting to string it out. Vanessa now running up on the outside of Fitzgerald, and they both run up to the back of Robertson. White flag in the air, final time around. Prisco and Ryan have pulled away. About a half a spinner and lead. Mike Vanessa now finds himself in third in the number 3. He's trying to hold on to that number 3. Checkered flag is in the air. The number 3 for Vanessa, very loose. He's trying to hang on to it. Back to the line, it's going to be Billy Prisco to pick up the win. Ned Ryan second, Mike Vanessa third, Scott Fitzgerald, Robinson, Bob Roller.
Bamford works the inside, the yellow and black, number 88. Titus up high in the black, number 2. They bump a little bit off the corner. Titus trying to shoot the door on Bamford, but Bamford continues to keep his foot in.
Kenny Bamford with a severe push as far as the practice sessions were concerned. Peter Wong and the team making some adjustments on the car. Looks like they have the car running pretty well. As right now, Dave Titus cannot get around.
The 99 of Young sits right there in third, waiting for something to happen, waiting for a hole to open up, or for somebody to make a mistake, and he's got to make it quick because here comes the defending driver champion, the number 81 of Dave.
Probably the smoothest driver out there. Very, very patient. Just picks and chooses his lines and waits for the hole to open instead of making the hole. And that's why the Columbus Oil number 81 sat in the championship seat last year.
Top 2 continue to battle for the lead. Bamford down to the inside. Has not led a lap yet. Titus has been able to beat him to the line, but Bamford has been able to battle with him strong and hard down to the inside. Titus has not been able to beat him fully across the line. That time Bamford leads that lap.
What Dave Titus is doing up on the outside groove is wearing out the tires, so it's possibly trying to get back in. Looks like he's going to try to squeeze in between James Lawrence. Lawrence backpedals a little bit and lets him in. Titus shovels up and he's left in the third spot.
Young sits in the runner-up spot, takes a look underneath Bamford down the back straightaway. No room there. Has to settle him back behind. Nose to tail, single file throughout, except for the 21 of Corey Pedro at the completion of lap number 6. We are halfway through this Sportsman Heat event.
Pedro still struggling with the number 21. They've been making adjustments on it all practice session, and still the car does not look like it is up to where it was running the last few weeks as he continues to battle in the back with the number 56.
Pedro continues to work that outside groove, has not been able to make a run on Linwood. but it's there nonetheless as they come off of turn number 4. Bamford, Young, Titus, Lawrence, and the 25 of Souza are in top 5.
Another driver struggling is the 08, the Everett's Auto Parts 08 of Rusty Bryant. That car has one feature win, and Bryant was a standout in the Seekonk Street Stock division, but right now the car is struggling. You see him fighting the wheel all the way around the racetrack.
Well, now the 81 of Lawrence took a peek to the outside of Titus, couldn't get it done, settles it back behind as this time by. The twin sticks are up, 2 to go this time for Kenny Bamford, the sign man out of Coventry, Rhode Island.
Bamford having what he would probably consider to be one of his best seasons so far, unable to pick up that elusive first career win, but Bamford right now continues to run out front. He's getting pressured out from Glenn Young, this time by 1 more lap to go. Young takes a look to the outside, 1 lap to make a move. Can he do it? He's up to the tire, up to the door, a little bit squirrely off the corner, trying to find the edge in that number 99, the fastest way around as they come off of turn 4. Checkers in the air. Back to the line, Bamford gets the win. Young second, Dave Titus, James Lawrence, Brian Souza, Linwood Coward, Khalil Bedrell, and Rusty Bryant. The final car across the line is at number 28 of Shaw Woolward.
Picked up his first feature win this year. A couple drivers who have not picked her up, Scott Estrella and the 70 for Glenn Lawton. Both of these drivers are winless so far this season. Lead is out. No, gets the jump in the Spencer. This is the way it was a few weeks ago with these two drivers battling in the heat and contact being made. The other driver was upset about it, but it did hamper both of these drivers come feature time. Spencer settles in the runner-up spot off in turn number 4. Now takes a look to the inside. Later jumps up high. See how long he can hang on as Jerry Digas-Barry sits third on the grid, the number 70 of Glenn Lawton and the number 8 of Ed Gannon, the third battle side by side. Gannon on the outside, and then a green and blue number 8. He battled the outside of the green and white number 70 of Glenn Lawton. Gannon probably one of the best drivers in the sportsman division up to the second group. He now continues to slide back. It doesn't look like Eddie Gannon Sr. and the guys have the car running as well as it should. And he's going to touch that vehicle behind Glenn Lawton. Singles himself out around the speedway. Ron Laurel continues to set the pace. But watch the line he's running off the corner. The car does not want to stay on the bottom. It wants to push up towards the wall. And that's what he's getting Spencer. He got to run down to the inside, but he has not been able to take advantage. The car just a little bit loose coming out of the corner. You can see him turn the wheels. Spencer looks to get the hold on the bottom side. He can't get it too far. He stops to slip back a little bit. And that's going to allow he can fast Glenn Lawton to run up to the back of him. Lawton takes a look to the outside of Digas-Barry on the outside. Down the back, straight away they go. Digas-Barry in that red 71, Lawton outside. In that number 70, just straight. The outside retaining wall doesn't look like he did much damage as he continues on right after the halfway point. Well, Andy's in Scott Estrella battling deep in the field. Estrella continues to have an up and down season. Estrella had the 48-car season this year. He's had some good runs going to the scale. That means he finished in the top 5, the runs that he has had. But other than that, his winless so far this season. Off the corner, Warren continues to set the pace. Getting Spencer, Digas-Barry is right there, takes a look to the inside. Can't get it done as Lawton settles in for 4th as they come off the 4th corner with just a couple of laps remaining. Now Spencer's out the lead. You can see Warren inside the race car really running the car over. The car's still extremely loose, but he's doing a great job of running. This time by, he has about a car length over Kenny Spencer. As they come back, it's 2 to go. Twin sticks are out there. They gain 15 points in the season run championship chase. Kenny Spencer sits second. It looks like Spencer is settled in for second, but Digas-Barry hasn't settled for anything yet. 40 points as far as the heat's going. The last heat, Bedrell finished in the back of the heat. Right now, it looks like as they come back, Glenn Lawton's going to finish 4th. Back to last, Spencer, Digas-Barry, Lawton, Eddie Gannon, Kidder Baby, and around goes Rob Doobie. Kicks up a little turn. And that's what you're saying.
Fulton and Beardwood.
Well, caution light is out around the speedway looking for the green. 10 laps the distance for the street stock heat event. Mohan and Furtado to bring him down for the green. The 116 of Sylvia, the 67 of Sherman, row number 2. Eddie Moore and our chief starter looks him over. Green flag is out, they're underway.
Furtado looks like he has lit something up on the right side. Looks like the fuel cap has come off the number 5, and the caution gun to come right back out. He was dumping a ton of liquid down the backside. and looks like it possibly the fuel cap has come off the fuel cell. There was that much fluid coming out.
Had a problem on the start. That's why they gave him the black flag, because he did have to head into the pits. And he'll have to try it through the consolation round. Tough break, as we said earlier. He is knocking on that door for his first ever feature win in the street stocks, a former Formula 4 standout, now trying his hand in the V8 division. And tonight the luck now with him already as we're ready to go. Next time by, the driver's a little bit anxious. Mohan and the 116 is Sylvia.
And you're supposed to back off if you do see that. Sometimes it is too late by the time the hand does come up. Eddie Moore looks the field over, just about set to let him go. Carita's out. Mohan tries to get the jump over to number 116 of Serbia as they head down to 1 2. Here comes Nancy Sherman down the bottom side, and she's bringing with her Stacy Moulton.
Sherman down on the inside, the red number 67 sits third. Right behind your leaders, the number 26 of Mohan. That car formerly campaigned by Peter Fernandez. Now sits in the division, running well in the top 10, has 1 win, but Mohan leads him off at turn number 2. A little bit loose off the corner, and that allows 116 of Sylvia to close in just a little bit while Nancy Sherman works down the inside. You can see the right rear tire smoking off that Chevrolet.
That's not going to last all that long like that. And one driver just waiting to make his move is last week's feature winner, Stacy Moulton. Moulton has the orange Camaro down the bottom side of the racetrack, sticking to the curb, and now comes up to the back of Nancy Sherman.
Sherman continues the whole line. A second, the number 16 of Stacy Moulton and the 116 of Jim Sylvia battling double wide down the back straightaway for that third racing position. Give the advantage to Moulton as they come off at turn number 4.
Mohan really working, excuse me, you see 167 and it's Sherman really working over the steering wheel. Look at Rob Mohan. Once he gets the car straightened out right about here, very smooth down the front straightaway. As they get off the field now, right now, the 116 ducks inside, and he just cut down the bottom side of the 28 of Beardwood.
Well, top 5 for nose to tail. The battle you want to watch is for 6. 6 cars will transfer to the feature event. Consolation round, and right now that 6th position, well, we don't know who it's going to be. It's going to probably either be the number 36 of Jeff Sutcliffe or the 99 of Al Clemens from 4th. Taking off the corner, Teddy on the finish line with 3 to go.
One driver extremely loose is Kurt Gumbay, the number 42. You see that right rear of that car completely smoking the right rear. Back to the line this time. It's going to be 2 to 0 for the number 26 of Mohan.
Second on the grid. Third is a battle between the 116 and the 16. This time the roles are reversed. Sylvia sits on the inside, Moulton on the outside, Billy Beardwood sits 5th, and now the 99 of Clemens rolls out to 6th, and finally transfers spot.
That's going to put as of right now Sutcliffe, Gumbay, and Bernard all in the consolation round. But back down the line, should have went down to 3 and 4. The checkered flag is out. Back to the line, Rob Mohan picks up the win. Second is Nancy Sherman. It's close for third. It's either between Moulton or Sylvia. For Cavallaro, Joey Cerrero, and Eddie Ortiz. All these drivers are looking for their first win of the season and have all been right there. The circumstances have held them out of the victory lane. Pete Rhoda has 3 wins on the season, as does Bobby Betancourt. And they're the 2 big strong horses as far as that, as well as the number 16 of Moulton, who just ran last week. Field 2 by 2. Eddie Moore looks him over, gives him the green. Here comes Eric Snow. Snow gets the jump. Spanking racing reflections number 83. And he heads down. Way out wide goes Vermeeser of the 58. He's going to tuck it back in. They're going to go 3 wide down the back stretch to the back of the pack. And it looks like everybody should make it around. Vermeeser again washes out. Bernie's crossed up in front and hard into the outside wall. Goes to number 6 for Cavallaro. Everybody made some contact there. Moniz, the 3 of Roa, and apparently somebody dragged the outside wall down to the New England Tech night tonight. So the only place you can get it is head on down to the New England Tech tent. The field now, 2 by 2 once again. Stoddard anymore, looks him over and lets him go. Eric Snow doesn't get away that easy this time. Here comes anybody in the Allied Fire Protection Corral off to the outside, but he's got some big pressure from behind. Here come Jody Cirillo, Pete Rhoda, and Bobby Betancourt.
Cirillo works the back bumper of Snow off at turn number 4. Snow trying to hold on a little bit squirrely off the corner. As Cirillo continues to pound on the back bumper. Looking for his first ever street stock win. Looking for a top 10 run in the points his rookie season.
2 drivers actually looking for their first career win, Eric Snow and Jody Cirillo. Another driver having a good run is the number 23 from Connors. Connors has been working the car the last few weeks, and the Somerville Mass native looks like he has the car running pretty good tonight as he runs on a back bumper of the 72 of Al Clements. 3-1.
Sorry, Tiger. Look at Pete Rhoda thread the needle down the back, straight away in between Cirillo and Moniz. Moniz has to back off his throttle, and Rhoda works his way to the outside.
Streeter Peter Rhoda showing why he has 3 wins. 3 cars go around on turn number 2. Looks like for Miza, Akins, and the 18 from Rio. Rio got the car fired off, Fred Adderley at the back. Remember, only 6 drivers make the move up. As of right now, those 6 drivers are Eric Snow. Behind him is Bobby Rose.
Oh, Eddie Moore's got the green in his hand. That can only mean one thing. We're ready to roll. One more time. Eric Snow and Pete Rhoda roll off the corner. Green flag is out one more time. And they roll into 1 and 2. Rhoda sets the pace. Here comes Betancourt on the outside to follow through.
Staying down the bottom side is the 83 of Snow. He's running 3rd. But here comes Cirillo. Jody Cirillo now runs up on the back bumper. And he continues to play the ball towards number 37 to the front. But he's got some competition as he's going to make a move pretty soon. Here comes Moniz.
Up front, we've got 2 cars battling side by side for the lead. Pete Rhoda on the outside, the blue number 3. Bobby Betancourt Jr. blue right 21. They battle side by side off of turn number 2. Give the advantage to Betancourt on the inside.
Showing why he's your defending track champion. He goes to lead. Rhoda lets him know he's not happy about it. But he settles back in a second. This time by 2 Rhoda is pushing him off at turn number 4.
Betancourt gets loose. He loses a right rear tire. Betancourt's got to go to the consi. That puts the number 23 of Brian Connors in the show with 1 to go.
You can see the marks down at this 1 and 2, and it's been dug in and saved Betancourt from going around unless the driver would have run around. As of right now, that leaves Pete Rhoda about 7 car lengths ahead. The checkered flag is out. Around goes Vermizo up into 1 and 2. And back to the line, it's going to be Pete Rhoda. Rhoda picks up the win. Snow is 2nd. Cirillo 3rd. 4th is Al Clements. 5th is the 65. And rounding out the top 6 drivers going to the feature out of this round will be this 23 for Brian Connors. So Vermizo also went around. Looks like the car is stalled on about an actuator. We may have a flat. That'll put Vermizo
for the Scutato and a host of other cars in the consolation round. Our chief starter, Eddie Moran's got the green in his hand, looking for it this time by. Sylvia and Fulham bring him into 3. Out of turn number 4 they come. Green flag is out and we're underway.
Last week, he finished in the 2nd spot to Stacy Moulton. Now, looks like he's going to leg it out down the back straightaway. The Kenny Regal Camaro running on rails again this week. He now has Fuller just behind him. A Fuller doing battle with number 12 for Mark Langlois.
Larry Short trying to make it 3 right down the front straightaway. As he makes contact with the 47 of Belmont. Belmont does just about a 360. The 09 of Jacobs goes around as well. The 47 of Belmont's able to pull away, but Jacobs and Jeremy Lilly, who's hit down there, Kevin Folin. Tammy, if anything. 1 lap has been completed. We still have 9 remaining in this street stock heat event. Wayne Sylvia and Kevin Folin will bring them down 1 more time. Off at turn number 4, green flag is back out. They cut up through the gearboxes and Sylvia leads them down into turn number 1.
Sylvia once again gets the jump. 1 car not coming up to speed was the 14 of Rio. Looks like he's got the car into gear now. Sylvia now has to put them to battle as he gets a wrap on the back bumper. Here comes Mark Langlois.
Langlois works the inside, finds himself in the runner-up position, and here comes Bobby Rose. Blue number 24, down on the inside. The full-frame machine against all these Camaro-bodied and framed cars. Works his way up in the 3rd, battling with another full-frame car, Kevin Folin off at turn number 4.
I don't think it's so much that Bobby Rose has any better builders than anybody else. He has the guy in some J&R free cabs. Rose has been around for a little while, and it looks like they just have the car working on rails. And now he runs to the 3rd spot as he gets around the bottom side of Kevin Folin.
1 car on a rail, that's definitely Sylvia. Sylvia leads him off the second corner, about 2 car lengths ahead of Langlois. Langlois fighting that number 12 as that car is not handling as well as it should be. Rose dives to the inside. Contact is made as Rose and Langlois both make contact. And a question on whether the car should be thrown out? Well, they decided no, because everybody was able to roll away.
That, right, as of right now, that looks like it's going to put Mealy and Rose to the consolation round. 6 cars make the move up. As of right now, that's Sylvia, Kevin Earl, Jeremy Lilly, Mark Langlois, Maria, and now Johnny Belmont is the last car to go to the bottom side. Is number 85 for Shaw. 3 wide is the battle for the final qualifying spot.
Shaw trying to find his way around the 1/3 mile oval. Bangs fenders with the 47. Belmont decides to retaliate. The 85 of Shaw sliding down the front straightaway, almost able to correct it. And he's got a right rear tire that is going down after the contact that was made with John Belmont, and that brings out the caution for the number 85 of Shaw. So making the consolation round a little more interesting, we'll show the 85 of Barry Shaw as he exchanges pleasantries with John Belmont in the number 47.
So for the second time tonight, we see 2 drivers stop to exchange recipes. Barry Shaw and Johnny Belmont exchanging recipes this time around. Shaw going to the pit area. He's going to have a quick get the pad out and write it down as they change the right rear tire. Tough break, as he looked like the guy that was going to make it into the final qualifying spot, and now has to go to the consolation round. So as of right now, some pretty big guns are in the consolation round. Tommy Furtado, Bobby Vancourt, the 2 team cars in there. Barry Shaw, feature winner as well already this year. He's in the consolation round. And as of right now, Paul Mealy and Bobby Rose, both those drivers are sitting consolation bound as well. On compliments of Ann and Kenny Schrader, so make sure you pick up your program. Leaders out. Sylvia didn't go up to speed that time. Folan got the jump around on the outside, and he brought with him the 12 of Langlois. Doesn't look as though the 1 had got up to speed, and right now Langlois continues up on the outside group. Jeremy Lilly lets the number 1 know he's back there. Lilly in the Raven Construction number 8 having a good run so far. He's qualified well in the field. The battle continues, and as of right now, Mealy and Bobby Rose continue to run, and they're both consolation bound. White flag is out this time, right? Everybody trying to battle the bottom spot. Rio all crossed up in the corner. Mealy gets to the bottom side of here. Bobby Rose left hung out down the back straightaway. This time, checker flags are out. And back to the line, Kevin Boone picks up 3. Langlois, Sylvia, the 8 for Jeremy Lilly, the 47 of Belmont, and the 03 for Alan Correa. That's going to put 2 more big guns in the picture as far as the consolation round goes. That's Paul Mealy and the number 24 of Bobby Rose. So Billy Manchester and Freddie Estelle bring up the next row, as does Wayne Dion out of Warwick, Rhode Island, and Cranston, Rhode Island's Bobby Pellin. Final 2 drivers is Dave Poria and Todd Henshaw in the number 28. Green is out. They head down. Scully gets the jump in the half. That's not going to let him go that easy. One driver not up to speed. The number 10 of San Angelo looks like he can't get the car into gear.
Up front, 2 cars battle for the lead off of turn number 4. The number 2 of Tom Scully, the number 15 of Mike on the outside, Scully now back to the inside. The number 77 of Alan McClure is right there as well.
You usually don't see Eddie San Angelo that far back in the pack. He's battling with Poria and Henshaw. Back up front, here comes the 77. He's had one of the best runs he's had. Peter Palm and the guys cannot get the monkey off their back. And now Alan McClure showing why he's a multi-time champion up in the Northeast area as he runs the number 77.
He works the outside of Tom Scully. Number 2. Behind him, he's got the team car. The number 3 of Billy Goodrow. The 41 of Lenny Ellis is 5th right now off of turn number 4. Battle for 6 between Billy Manchester.
Down in traffic is a cage number 99. Last week's feature winner. And his second feature of the season, Wayne Dion. Dion doing battle with a driver who is winless so far in 99. That's the 95 of Billy Manchester.
Manchester doing a lot of blocking as Dion tries the outside. As Dion now edges up even down back straight away. Manchester works the inside up front. The number 15, Mike Hassel, leads him off the corner. McClure takes a look down as he has to follow
Mr. Happy down to 1-2.
Keep your eyes on Alan McClure. He tries the high side. He tries the low side. He's trying to find out where that race car will run. And these guys, and he'll go in and make the adjustments to make it run out there. They won't say if the car runs better on the bottom, just stay there. They want to be able to run all over the racetrack.
Freddie Estelle works the high side. He battles with the number 2 top. Number 14. Almost the second car. They can't give the advantage to Martin as the Lenny Ellis machine of Dick Houlihan right behind on the outside.
Here comes future winner already. This year, Freddie Estelle now has brought the car from deep in the field. He started way back in the field. He now runs to the third spot. This could be another Freddie Estelle night tonight.
Castle leads that one by not coming. Estelle's loose off the corner. He loses a spot to Houlihan as the white flag is in the air. Dion rounds out the top 5.
That's how close he's got it. Just a little bit of a nudge from the 41 of Houlihan, and Estelle walked out. He got back in. This time by the checkered flag is out. Back to the line. It's going to be Mike Hassel picking up the win. Second is McClure. Third is Houlihan. Freddie Estelle, Wayne Dion, looks like Bill Manchester, and the 2 of Tom Scully. Like race at the Lee USA Speedway. Vinny Anarumo, enough said when you talk about him. Chad Chase picked up wins last year at the Lee USA Speedway. Rick Martin, defending track champion of the new Thompson Speedway as well as the Seekonk Speedway. Some of the biggest guys in the Northeast. The green is out. Right away. Here comes Matt Dewey.
Works the outside. Kamash got kept a little bit loose on the start as he jumped on the throttle, spun the tires, and looking Martin trying to make it 3 wide off at turn number 4.
As he tucked back in. Now 2 cars making contact, and around goes Anarumo. Your 3-time track champion finds himself facing the wrong way in the Baker Tractor number 11.
So everybody looking for the same piece of real estate down in 1 and 2. And Vinny Anarumo coming up with the short end of the sticks going a little quicker.
So the field 2 cars, Ricky Martin and the Shark Chad Chase. This time by Green is out. Kamash gets the jump, and the Hayden Speed sticks down on the 1 and 2. He's bringing with him the long dog, Matt Dewey.
Dewey on the inside. The charcoal 0-2 works the inside group. Cavallaro gets caught up on the outside. Bobby Tripp, Rick Martin, trying to work their way to the front. Bill O'Groove.
The O'Groove is the fast way around, but don't tell that to Vinny Anarumo. Look at him now start to pick his way towards the front, and he's going to have to do it. And there's no space for him to duck in.
Up front, Matt Dewey works his way to the inside. Gamache tried to block him off the corner, couldn't get it done, and Matt Dewey finds himself in an in 1999 out front. But how long will that last? As the 81 of Bobby Tripp works the back bumper. Here comes Radical Rick Martin down to the inside as Gamache starts to slide back.
Now the outside sliding back. One driver cutting through traffic like a knife through butter is Ricky Martin. He now runs to the 3rd spot. This time by halfway to go. Contact in the rear of the field. Vinny Anarumo.
Down the back straightaway, battles for 2nd. Number 24 works the inside. That's Radical Rick Martin. The 81 of Bobby Tripp works the line. Martin's got the fastest way around the 1/3 mile oval. They battle behind 2 leader Matt Dewey.
Dewey having a strong run, just nice and smooth out in front. You had to stop every single lap. Dewey, the most consistent driver you're going to meet. But he's got some big pressure. 2 of the tough guys here at the Seekonk Speedway.
Down the back, straightaway battles for 3rd, 4th heating up. Actually, it's all over the 42 by the 3rd. Takes that position away with the twin sticks in the air. Gaining momentum on the outside, trying to edge up the 0-2.
As smooth as Matt Dewey is, he had better not slip up, or they're going to drive right around him. And that's what they're trying to make him do. As we said, consistency is Matt Dewey's middle name, and he continues to hold strong. Deep in the field, it looks like Chase is finally broken away from Gamache. He takes over the 5th spot. Back to the ride. Dewey is the win over Bobby Tripp, Rick Martin. Bobby Leclerc, the 46 of Chad Chase. It was kind of close. 87 and the 27 of Cavallaro and Gamache will be Ethel Mathau. So driver change at the rear of the field. Johnny Tripp suffering from a pretty worn out back. Tripp took a hard shot last week after making contact with the number 27. Tripp's truck has to have some chassis rails rebuilt on it. Tripp has bought the number 5 from Rich Turpin. Turpin will drive the truck for the next few weeks with the number 18, trying to get the owner points. And he'll have to see if he can do it from the rear. Green is out. Keeper drag races down to the midfield. And outside his Toyota, Mike Butts.
Butts down on the inside, Kiefer up high. They go side by side down the back straightaway. Alan Leach right there, the number 43, trying to work his way up towards the front, but 2 trucks in front. Macedonio makes it 3 wide off the course. Keep your eyes deep in the field.
Here comes Ray Solia and last week's feature winner, Jay Macedonio. They're bringing with him the number 28 of Kevin Casper, and the number 17 now leads them down. That is the 17 for Joe LeMay.
LeMay works the inside. He's got Alan Leach working up on the high as they go 3 wide, keeping the pack. Richard Turpinning, the 28 of Kevin Casper, the 63 of Butts, as Butts continues to slide back in that Toyota.
Keep your eyes on the 43 of Alan Leach. That driver is a rookie driver. Picked up his first win a few weeks back, but he does not look like a rookie in the outside groove. That truck was the former 66 truck here. The Richie Morrison, number 66, it's an established race truck, but now he starts to slide back on the outside groove.
Gets a little bit loose off the corner. Closes in on the back rubber. They go nose to tail off the turn number 2. Down the back straightaway to 3. This time by, it's halfway. 5 down, 5 to go. And Kiefer leads him off the corner. Macedonio in second. LeMay and Macedonio again, as Ray Solia takes 5th away from Alan Leach.
Looks like Alan Leach's truck has gone away. Keep your eyes on number 24 of Ray Solia. You're not going to see a smoother driver than the Shady Ray. Ray, with the Frank and Helen's video on, number 24 sits in the 5th spot. It's just very smooth, continues to go to the front. If you take a look over his right-hand shoulder, you'll see the onboard video. Pick yourself up the video from Frank and Helen, and you get to see what it's like to ride along with Ray Solia.
Kiefer continues to lead him off at turn number 4. Macedonio sits second. Renee now takes a look to the outside of Jay as they head off at turn number 2. Jay Macedonio in the blue and white 92. Joey LeMay in the black and white 17 throws that truck down into 3 and 4. Twin sticks are up, 2 to go this time by. As deep in the back, Robert Sloan and Richard Turpinning battle for position.
Turpin trying to get around Sloan. He just made contact with the 28 of Casper. Looks like Kevin Casper may have a problem with the left front tire or wheel on the number 28.
White flag is up, 1/3 of a mile left of Kiefer. Yellow and orange number 2 as he goes down the back straightaway. LeMay holding on a second. Macedonio down to the inside. Checkered flag is up in the air. The field rolls off a 4.
Back to the line, it's going to be Tommy Kiefer to pick up the win. Cross for second, it's either between Macedonio or the 17 of LeMay. Third was the other Macedonio, Jay, last week's feature winner, and then Ray Solia.
Number 26 is Mark DeJesus. 2 rows back on the inside, Don Carrero sits behind the wheel of the number 94 Ford. Outside of Carrero is Tracy Ouellette in the number 87. Starting 5th on the field, you can read all about this driver in tonight's Racing Souvenir magazine. Pat McCrowan in the number 65. Outside of McCrowan is Mike Brayman in the number 27. Starting 7th on the grid, the number 64 for George Rigo. Outside of Rigo is Brian Clark in the number 21. Starting 11th on the field, the number 150-year racing veteran, Billy Clark. Outside of Clark, your defending track champion, Billy Flint in the number 30.
Excuse me, he's only 4 points ahead of the number 13 of Billy Flint, so that is seriously going to take him out of a title shot.
Looking for the green off at turn number 4. Eddie Moran lies him down. They hit the stripe, they hit the throttle, come up through the gearboxes, and roll down into side by side. The number 84 of Bernie McDermott on the inside. The number 26 of Mark DeJesus works the outside, trying to hold on as they go down into 3 and 4. Brightman and Ouellette battle for third off at turn number 2.
McDermott having one of the best rides of his career. Dana Willis, former Seekonk Sportsman standout, has been working on the truck and practicing the truck on the Thursday night practice series. And looks like they may have got some of the bugs worked out of the truck as now DeJesus gets around him. And here comes the 27 of Brightman.
Brightman works the outside, takes it in second position. Brian Clark following through as well. on the outside. They go down the back straightaway. McDermott tries again back to the inside of Brayman. Is not able to do it. Has to settle in behind. Here comes McGrowan deep into the inside. He gets by Tracy Orette as he starts to follow. Flint up to the front of the field.
Flint, the defending track champion, now looks to the bottom side of the 21 of Brian Clark. One driver now still struggling is the 87 of Tracy Orette. Orette has had some good runs, but as of tonight doesn't look as though he's going to be as strong.
Up front, Dr. Jesus continues to set the pace. The red and blue 26 out front, a very comfortable 6-truck length lead. Number 27 of Mike Brayman sits second. McDermott holds on to third as they come across the stripe at the halfway point. 5 down, 5 to go. Seekonk Sports Truck. Off of turn number 2, they come Brayman trying to hold off McDermott. McDermott trying to hold off Flint as Flint now takes that black and red Chevrolet to the outside. Can't make a run that time. Settles him back behind.
Another driver not stepping up to the front as of yet. The 64 for Rigo. Rigo with a multi-time feature wins this season. Has 3 wins on the season, but the DB model number 64 could not step to the front.
Off of turn number 4, they come one more time. To Jesus sets the pace, seesawing on the steering wheel. Brayman's in second with 3 laps to go. But again in that black number 21, rounds out the top 5. Try to take a look to the inside of the number 13 of Billy Flint. This time by the twin sticks are up. 8 down, 2 to go.
2 more laps to go. This time by the youngster now trying to reel him in. That's Brayman in the 27. McDermott having a great run for him in third. This Flint and Brian Clark sits in the 5th spot. Then comes McClellan, and then Billy Clark, George Rigo,
Final time off the back straightaway. DeJesus continues to lead him down as the field strings itself out. Out of turn number 4 they come. Checkered flag is up in the air, and Mark DeJesus will take down the win. Brayman in for second. McDermott, Flint, and the 21 from Brian Clark round out the top 5. Pat McClellan, the number 65, the number 1 of Billy Clark, the 64 of George Rigo, the 87 of Tracy Orette, and the 94 for Dawn Carrero round out the field.
So as we said, are stuck in the consolation round. We'll have to see how they fare. 8 cars will make the move up. Here's the lineup. Starting on the pole, out of Cumberland, Rhode Island, driving car number 36, it'll be Jeff Sutcliffe. Alongside of Sutcliffe, 3-time feature winner in the Stephen Lang-owned Vital Wood Products number 3, it's Streeter Peter Rhoda. The American Automotive skip around limousine number 22 will start next on a cotton mass. That's Paul Mealy. And alongside of Mealy, driving the 42 will be Turk Gumbay. The 56 out of East Falmouth, Massachusetts, and the Falmouth Recycling number 58, it'll be Louis Ramiza. And alongside the second place point man, and the number 24, it'll be Bobby Rose. Kenny Bernard will start next to number 49, and alongside, starting 8th on the field, driving car number 21, out of Tiverton, Rhode Island, and the Manchester Racing Engines, Apollo Radiator number 21, it's Bobby Betancourt. Tommy Furtado, first car out, will start out of North Dayton, Massachusetts, number 5. Alongside will be the 18 of Kevin Rio. Starting 11th on the field will be the Crow, Barry Shaw, and alongside of the hill will be the number 6 for Rich Cavallaro. Gregory Jacobs and Al Clements will bring up the next row. Those are the Vineyard boys. And final row belongs to the 14 for Chris Rio. So some of the big guns. It's tough when you see a 3-time feature winner like Pete Rhoda, Bobby Betancourt, both in the consolation round, as well as the second place point man Bobby Rolls and the 5th place point man Paul Mealy. Green is out. Sutcliffe gets the jump, and hold on. Here comes Rhoda. Rhoda left to the outside with the Manchester Racing Engines number 3. He tries to pinch down Sutcliffe, and he does so. Here comes Betancourt deep in the field, already getting the Camaro wound up on the outside groove. He runs up to the back bumper of Bobby Rose this time by. Have to see how he does. He does it 3-9. That's how he does it. And the Club of Races number 21 takes another spot away. Remember, 8 cars make the move up right now. That's Rhoda, Gumbay, and Rhoda looks like he's got a problem. The 3 is off the pace, and that's going to take him out of the shot.
Rhoda fighting that number 3. He's got a flat left rear tire. Nope, doesn't have a flat tire. Definitely something wrong in the suspension on that. Up front, you've got Turk Gumbay setting the pace. Sutcliffe in second. 3 wide off the corner as Mealy gets underneath. Then Kirk gets to the outside. That's the battle for second off of turn number 2.
As we said, only 8 cars make the move. That's Gumbay, Sutcliffe, Betancourt, Mealy, Furtado, Cavallaro, Bobby Rose, and as of right now, it looks like Ramiza. And that puts all the big guns except for Pete Rhoda back in the mix.
Off of turn number 2, immediately takes another look to the inside of Sutcliffe. Can't get it done as Furtado edges him in on the outside. Cross flags this time by 5 down, 5 to go. As Sutcliffe continues to hold on a second.
The final spot, the final qualifying spot is battling between the 14. He goes to the infield and comes out. That's Rio in the 14. Chris Rio, he finds himself facing the wrong way. That's going to put the caution back out. The 14 for Chris Rio tried to tractor being now has to try to get around Turk Gumbe. Eddie Moore looks over, clenched green in hand, lets him go, and Gumbe doesn't get the jump. Here comes Betancourt. He's going to take the spot away. He's bringing with him the common size number 5 of his teammate Tommy Furtado.
Furtado glued to the back bumper off of turn number 2, gets a little bit crossed up. Off of turn number 4, they run nose to tail. Third is the number 42 of Gunbang. As he holds on in third, the number 24 of Robbie Rose works the outside. So your top 2 pointsmen coming through the consolation round. As Mealy battles with Road, Gunbay bottoms out off of 3. 2 cars sliding off of turn number 4. And give the advantage to the number 21 of Ben Furtado right there.
Final qualifying spot is going up between the 58 of Ramiza, the 14 for Rio, and the 49 of Kenny Bernard. Everybody else qualifies. 8 cars make a move up this time. Furtado looks to the bottom side with 2 to go.
Down the back straightaway, Furtado down to the inside, the blue and white number 5. Up front, the blue and white 21 of Bobby Betancourt Jr. Give the advantage to Furtado off the corner at the white flag lap.
The teammate now to show how to do it. Furtado one-handing the steering wheel. Down the front straightaway, down at the back straightaway, excuse me, at the 3 and 4. Here comes Betancourt. Is Bobby Betancourt going to be able to pick it up? Nope, he can't do it. The checkers are out. Furtado picks up the win. Betancourt second, Neely, Bobby Rose, Gumbe, Cavallaro, Ramiza in the 14 for Chris Rio. So looks like the first car out will be Teddy Bernard. He'll be the first alternate.
Well, all the street stocks are qualified. We've still got one consolation round left, and that's for the ARC Pro Stocks. One more chance for these guys to try to qualify for the main event. 9 cars will take the green, only 8 will make it into the feature, and this is the way they're scheduled to go. 9, 16, 111, 145, 67, 84, 207, and 229. Again, those lucky numbers, if you've got them on your Cisco's performance page in tonight's Racing Souvenir magazine, 22, 4, and 229. If you have one of those numbers, come on down to the base of the tower at the Seekonk Souvenir booth and pick up your prize. These are the Mini Cup cars, a half-scale car, fully fabricated chassis, painted up. Well, some like Winston Cup cars, some like cars that compete around the Northeast. You've got the number 21, that's Jerome Hero. Jeremy Hero, rather. His dad, Jerome Hero, used to work on Joey Cerullo's number 21 Pro Stock. The colors of that car went out, well, 1987 Pro Stock champion colors, the number 21, the orange and the bright orange, number 21. The number 91, well, those are the colors that Charlie Rose campaigns in the Northeast in his Pro Stock. That car driven by Bobby Martins. Martins leads him off the corner to get the cross flags. The number 7, John Jeremiah out of Johnston, Rhode Island. Longtime fan here at Seekonk Speedway. He and his sister Brianna want to wish their mom a happy birthday. These cars are all spec cars, means they're built off the same jigs, the same cars, the same designs, the same Honda engines as they battle. Wow, look at that. The number 6 and the 91 both get together off the corner. And that brings it under a caution. Now these cars are driven by kids and adults.
They're laid back a go-kart style seat, as Jeremy Hero has yet to figure out there's a caution flag out, and actually the checkered flag. So the win will go to Jeremy Hero. If you want to know a little bit more about the Mini Cup cars, well, they've been on display up in Victory Lane all evening long. Just stop by, say hi, tell them you're interested in taking a look at the car. You want to know a little bit more about the Mini Cups, how to get involved in it as well. These drivers travel throughout the Northeast, up to New Hampshire, out in Connecticut, and here at the Seekonk Speedway on a monthly basis. The Mini Cups will be back in August on Sunday the 22nd. In addition to the Mini Cups on New England Dodge Dealer Sunday, the Enduros will be back for the month of August. Also on hand, Spectator Drags and the New England Dodge Dealer Legend cars. 5/8 scale motorcycle engined coupes and sedans back at the Seekonk Speedway, one of their most competitive tracks in the Northeast. So definitely don't want to miss that show. In addition to the racing that we have each and every Saturday night, every Saturday through the month of August. Don't forget, next Saturday, the Mighty Midgets of the Northeast will be on hand. Oh, once again, while we've got a break in the action, we'll call off those lucky numbers again. If you missed it, they're located on the Cisco's performance page of your Racing Souvenir magazine. This is the way they're scheduled to go. On the pole, out of Taunton, Mass, in the McDermott Motorsports, number 84, it's Bernie McDermott. Outside of McDermott, in the Westport Excavating Davis Auto and Truck Salvage, number 26, it's Mark Roscoe DeJesus. 2 rows back on the inside, the Flint's Auto Parts, M&M Landscaping, number 65, it's Pat McCrowan. Outside of McCrowan, out of Westport, Mass. Tonight driving the number 18, it's Richard Turpening. Starting 5th on the grid out of Warwick, Rhode Island. In the number 2, it's Tom Kiefer. Outside of Kiefer, out of Warren, Rhode Island, the Macedonio Motorsports, number 92 for Nick Macedonio. Alan Leach rolls off 7th in the Rick's Truck and Tire Service. John's Auto and Truck Repair, number 43. He hails from North Dayton, Mass. Outside of Leach, in the number 17, the Mike's Auto Repair Machine for Joe LeMay. Mike Brightman rolls off 9th out of New Bedford, Mass. in the Brightman Motorsports, number 27. Outside of Brightman, out of Dartmouth, Mass. and the number 64 is George Rigo. Starting 11th on the grid out of Seekonk, Mass. the number 21 for Brian Clark. He'll start alongside dear old dad, Billy Clark, in the number 1. Ray Sulia rolls off lucky 13th on the grid. He hails from Swansea, Mass. drives the number 24. Outside of Sulia, out of Assonet, Mass. in the Vienna Homes Construction, Buck Stevens, Freetown Auto, number 13, it's Billy Flint. You messed up. Having a question, looks like he needs a push. And some of the unsung heroes that park each and every Saturday night up, down in turn number 2. Silver Brothers Towing on hand with us for many, many seasons. Rose's Garage back with us in 1999. Definitely great assets to the Seekonk Speedway. Each and every Saturday night, the Sunday shows, all the events. And look at this. Thanks from all the fans and folks here at the Seekonk Speedway. Ready to roll this time by 20 laps the distance for the Seekonk Sports Trucks. Bernie McDermott and Mark DeJesus will bring them down.
See if the top 4 drivers can pick up their first win of the season. McDermott and DeJesus their first win of their career in the trucks. Lead is out. McDermott gets the run, but not for long. Here comes Manchester Racing Engines number 26.
26, Roscoe to Jesus.
Double wide down the back, straight away to Jesus, works the outside move. McDermott down to the inside. The 65, McCrowan sits third with a 4 of Sloan. Rounding out the top 4, they go double wide off the corner. Sloan backs up just a little bit. That allows Todd Keefer to get to the inside.
Keeper having a strong run on the Express embroidery number 2. Looks down the bottom side of the young lady Robin Sloan, but can't do it because they're still the number 65 of McCrowan. Keeper on attack. Here comes some of the bigger drivers. The number 13 of the one driver in the feature win already started to slide back. Nick Macedonio. Problems up front. The 26 of Jesus goes around. Jay Macedonio in the 92 with nowhere to go. Slides in to the side, and Ethel slides in as well. And now the 17 of LeMay goes around off of turn number 2, turn number 4 rather. So cars and trucks everywhere. The lead to Pat McCrowan, Robin Sloan. So pretty much everybody from row number 2 on back, with the exception of the 92 of Jay Macedonio, just gets to move up one complete row. So your front row when we go too skinny in this main event. Just about set McCrowan, Robin Sloan. Keep your eyes on Kiefer. He was coming through the traffic, as well as the 43 of Leach. Green is out, but McCrowan gets the jump. The R in the front, 65, but here comes the young lady up on the outside of the Rockwell Amusements, number 4. It's Robin Sloan.
Sloan tries to hold on to the outside. Tom Kiefer is right there on the inside. They battle double wide off of turn number 4. Kiefer down low with the orange and yellow number 2. Sloan up top in the yellow and the red number 4. She's trying to get the momentum she needs to find her way to victory lane. She's got one truck to get by. Look at Kiefer trying to make it 3 wide as they both try to sandwich the number 65 McCrowan. The accordion effect deep in the pack as a piece of debris now rolls around turn number 3.
94, John Carrera goes in, and you see some contact has been made. The right front fender just about coming off the number 28 of Kevin Casper. He got caught up in the accordion effect as well, and he came out of the short end of the stick. Caution flag is out.
Right. Jeff Gordon and Tony Stewart drove coming up through the ranks. We'll tell you a little bit more in just a few minutes. But right now, Eddie Moran looks him off the turn number 4, waves a green flag. Pat McCrowan and Robin Sloan bring him down into
McCrowan continues to run up front, but he's got some heavy pressure. The young lady up on the outside of the WWF number 4, that's Robin Sloan. And just equally as strong on the bottom side is the Ford of Tommy Kiefer. Keep your eyes deep in the field around those Mike Butts. Looks like everyone's missing. We'll see if we can get the truck fired up. The field bears down on him, and looks like he can. And Eddie Moran quickly pulls the yellow flag back in. And the field now bears down. That lap truck is going to play a factor as the field bears down on him.
Black number 65 Chevrolet continues to set the pace. Todd Kiefer's right there on his back bumper. Sloan works the outside. Here comes the number 17 and Joey LeMay down low. He's trying to find his way to the front with the number 27 of Mike Brayman in tow.
Feature winner already. The rookie Alan Leach has got some right front damage to the body. Looks like he's banged up from someone. That truck again sliding back. It did so in the heat. It looks like the tires may be going away one more time. And the car truck sliding backwards. Everybody having a duck in line, and the one guy still hanging out there is last week's feature winner, Jay Macedonio.
Macedonio sliding back on the outside, but one driver moving up on the outside. That's the young lady, the hometown sweetheart, Robin Sloan. As she was outside that, double wide down off the turn number 2. Sloan and McCrowan both looking for their first wins of the season. This time by, we're halfway through.
They better make a move pretty quick as they begin to bear down on the Cap City number 12 at the Madhouse. Every week, Robin Sloan continues to plug away. Richie Sloan and the crew working hard at it, and it looks like the young lady's going to have to make a move. Madhouse just gets out of the way. They continue to go 2 by 2.
A great move as McCrowan tried to use Ethel as a pick. Didn't work for him. Sloan is able to edge up ever so slightly off the corners. McCrowan drifts her up high. Kiefer looks down low, down the back straightaway.
Give the nod to Robin Sloan. You see Pat McCrowan trying to take the groove away coming out. He dumps her in the dirt, and Duran goes Robin Sloan. She takes over the lead. The young lady looks to be on her way for making her first feature win of the season. Caution comes right out. Brayman goes around. Everybody has bounced off, and looks like he made contact with the 21 of Brian Clark. Ray Sawyer hard on the brakes, as was Tracy Ouellette. and Brightman once again finds himself facing the wrong way.
Looking for the green off of turn number 4. Ready to roll one more time. 12 laps into this feature event. Green flag is out. We're back underway. Slow McClellan down into turn 2. Slow down to the inside. McClellan up high. Jay Macedonia and Nick Macedonia are both battling deep in the pack.
Here comes the Wizard. Ray Sillier trying to thread his way through the pack. And right behind Billy Flint, if you're going to go through traffic, you might as well follow somebody like Billy Flint. The guy that's probably making the smartest move of the night is Tracy Ouellette. Ouellette is trying to hang tight and try to follow through the 24 of Sillier. One of the smartest moves as well is Robin Sloan in the number 4 as she sets the pace just past the halfway point. She leads him down the back straightaway. Tom Kiefer now sits in second. Here comes Billy Flint. He's up to third. McClellan settles in for fourth with Soulier down to the inside. They make contact off at turn number 4. It looks like the 65 McClellan has gone away from a really strong standout. McClellan now trying to fight the truck. He just bounced off of Ray Sillier. Sillier slid up to the 4th spot. This is about as far up as he got last week before contact with the 27. Put that truck around. Top 4 truck starts to slip themselves out. Billy Clark finds himself rounding off the top 5 as they head down the back straightaway. Joey LeMage now tries to take his turn around the number 65 of Pat McClellan. That truck rushing on again is the 17 of LeMay. LeMay holds his line as he tucks back in. He now does battle. Deep in the back, more battle being done. Jay Macedonia, last week's feature winner, now battling with the 28. This time by 2 more laps for the young lady out of Seekonk, Massachusetts, Robin Sloan. Flynn sticks right through the third slow, leads him off the second corner. Kiefer right there behind, working the back bumper, about a half a car length back. Billy Flint is just about out of time. Battle hot and heavy for fourth. Billy Clark gets by Ray Soulier with 1 lap to go. Sloan leads him down into 1 and 2. Kiefer sets in second as 43 down lead to the 64 of George Rigo get together. Checkered flag is out of turn number 4. The yellow jumps up in the stands. Robin Sloan holds on for the first win in 2 seasons. Second is the number 2 of Tom Kiefer as Jay Macedonia with the number 14 rolls along the outside retaining wall. Third is the 13 of Billy Flint. Fourth is Billy Clark. And Ray Soulier will round out the top 5. But taking down the win, holding off some of the hottest competitors in the Seekonk Sports Truck Division. It's been 2 seasons since this driver sat in victory lane, and half of the stands down at turn number 4 are already heading for victory lane. Driving the WWF, Rockwell Amusements, DF Prey. Torch Bar and Grill, Warwick Musical Theater number 4. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the hometown sweetheart, Robin Sloan.
All right, Robin, baby.
Hope it don't take you a lot longer to get your clothes off.
did know how to get out of the truck. Congratulations, honey. Oh, Jesus.
I know. Okay.
Well, it's been quite some time since you see this young lady in victory lane tonight. Robin Sloan finds her way back in. Congratulations, a tough race.
Thank you very much. Yes, it was on the outside, boy. Didn't think he had it, but he does. It was great. It's always tough on the outside. The track was a little slick, but just glad we hung out there and got past everything, and we're here again. Took us a while.
You and your dad have been really struggling with this truck over the last couple of weeks. You're going up again last week. You got to come back out with guys like ProNyne and the rest of these guys. It makes it all worth that much while.
Absolutely. It's been a tough week, like you said, putting the truck together, but I do have to thank my advertisers, my sponsors, a lot of other people, World Wrestling, World Musical, Ron Silvera, DF Prey, Torch Bar and Grill, of course, because we're always there. He'll be excited about this. And Rockwell Amusements. Without those people, I wouldn't be here. Definitely needed financing this year.
Does it make a big difference now? Do you think you get a shot at one of the championship?
Not concerned with the championship at this point. There's still a lot of racing weeks to go, and a lot of things can happen. Just want to keep grinding away, finishing, and doing the best I can. If that happens, then that happens, and it's a great thing.
All right, tonight's feature winner in the Seekonk Sports trucks. The trophy's taller than you. Stand up on the bed. Anybody else?
You should have seen that slamming out with his arm with his
Yeah, you.
Alright, Rachel, let's go now.
Thank you.
Everybody else wind up.
Need a speech, Mr. Sloan. We need a speech.
Come on, Mr. Slow. Wait, am I going out too?
All I can say is, oh, God, man.
Stay right here, pal. Get in there. Mind you, what's the example? Shall we call with Robin?
Robin wants to be
Oh, no.
Mind you, everybody's going to come in.
Everybody in.
Okay.
One more time.
Wait, hold on. Come on.
Everybody. The orange crew. Press down.
Come on, get that.
Hey, over here. Wait, I'll get down.
Come on.
I'll get down.
Ocean beneath the tree by the railroad track. The enemy was here, sitting in the day, strumming with the rhythm that the drivers made. People passing by, they were dropping dead. Marmalade, little country bucket. Go, go. Go, Johnny, go, 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 go, go. Yeah, Johnny, be good. Play it out there. I wanna write a little record and I'll mail it to my local DJ. Oh, it's a rockin' little record that I want my jockey to play. Roll over, Beethoven, rockin' into my tune. my temperature's rising and the jukebox blowing the fuse. Oh, my heart keeps a rhythm and my soul keeps singing the blues. Roll over Beethoven, these rhythm and blues. You know you're real and rock it. Roll it over and a real and rock it. Roll it over and a move on up. Roll it over. Someday you'll never be in luck. Saying Johnny, be good tonight. Go, go. Go, Johnny, go, 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 go, go. Yeah, Johnny, be good. Yeah, Chuck Berry.
So she rolls down back straight, ladies and gentlemen.
Still pretty as a picture. Look at me, still crazy over you. Look it up, still believing in forever. And if you want to see how true love should be, then just look it up. In 100 years from now, I know without a doubt they'll all look back and wonder how we made it all work out. Chances are we will go down in history. And if you want to see how true love should be, then just look it up. Play it pretty good.
Sandra Phillips, ladies and gentlemen, of course, the beautiful 1999 Dodge Dakota RT, courtesy of the New England Dodge dealers. Well, coming up next, we've got the Atlantic Coast Old Timers. You got a chance to take a look at these cars up in the stands. Well, you get a chance to see what these cars look like when they ran the racetracks throughout the country. Got some great looking vehicles. You get to see what they drove. T-shirts, jeans, and a leather helmet, just like they used to wear in football. Like I said earlier, it kind of makes our drivers look like sissies for wearing full face helmets and fire retardant driver suits. Not that they are, because they've got all the best safety equipment there are. Back then, the safety equipment that there are now just wasn't around. So it's great to see how they ran back when. And of course, to bring us all the action, we've got our own racing historian, R.A. Silva. R.A., welcome back.
Well, thank you, Mr. Boucher. It's a pleasure to be here once again. On the flag stand for tonight, we have Wayne Schofield from Mystic, Connecticut. Wayne's the owner of that beautiful Gremlin parked over in the fourth turn that originally was driven by Ray Liss from Flemington, New Jersey, and the car was campaigned the early to mid-70s in the New Jersey and Pennsylvania area. And circling the track now on these beautiful vintage street machines, and the lead machine we have Mrs. Irene Vendetti and Sister Amaral. That's a beautiful custom 49 to 51 Merc vintage, hard to tell the way it's been fixed up. That's Rose Schindler, widow of the great midget driver Bill Schindler in the Model A. And the people in the Chevelle, I don't have the information, but it's a beautiful car.
At least he's on.
As Kevin was saying, we're going to see the midgets that Seekonk Speedway was built for. And in the era from immediate post-war, from late 1945 through the early 50s, these were the predominant race cars in New England as throughout the country. And in that time frame, until they withered out, they would race 8 times a week, every night of the week, and Sunday afternoon at one track, and then they'd hustle off to another track at night. And there were no interstate highways at that time, and these gentlemen sure earned their living. And if you had a top-running midget, you could make well over $1,000 a week, which in late 1940s money was some serious, serious cash. And it still is. Pearson, owner of Pearson's Tree Farm in nearby Rehoboth. The 83 going into turn 1 and 2 now is the old Curtis Craft Orphe. It's now owned by Doug Post of Norwalk, Connecticut. This car was formerly driven by Ray Brown from upstate New York, who was a very talented driver in both the midgets and the stock cars. Going into turn 3 is the number 24. It's a 60s or 70s vintage, super modified, the style that was popular on the West Coast. It's now owned by Frank Driscoll from Keene, New Hampshire. Going down the backstretch. Another Curtis Craft. This one is powered by a Chevy 2, which was a popular engine for the midgets in the 60s and early 70s. It's now owned and driven by Al Pequira of Seymour, Mass. By the Ford V860 flathead. It's driven by Chris Colt from Wallingford, Connecticut. And the V860 was a compact engine that the Ford Motor Company came out with. It was originally 60 horsepower, and it was in a supposedly economical line of Ford passenger cars. The engine originally produced 60 horsepower, and in racing trim they would get upwards of 150 horsepower, so more than double the original capacity. Bull 43 at turn 2 is owned by Bob Rich Jr. from Seymour, Connecticut. That's a car that was run not too long ago around this area. Now has, again, one of those popular Chevy 2 engines. The field is starting to form up as they go between turns 3 and 4. And they will just do a 15-lap exhibition race. As I like to say often, both the machinery and the drivers are got a little age on them, so they don't push them too hard. Pretty Black 99 is a Curtis Craft Orphe, driven by Gene Michaud of Fitchburg. Gene did quite a stint driving modifieds up until recently. 14 going in the first turn is Judd Holcomb from New Hampshire, and that's powered by a Harley-Davidson motorcycle engine. The motorcycle engines and the outboards in the early days, the short tracks, kind of hold their own against the higher powered cars. up. So a trick real slow so the outboards would kind of bog down and not have a chance. High-priced machines, just out there for the fun. Wayne gives him the green. The outboard lays a little smoke down. There. A little high in the turns, but Ray Dias is taking it easy. In second now, and he's a driver of some skill. We don't think he'll stay there for long. Has moved in the third. And Don McLean on fourth. Gene Michaud has moved up considerably. And Carmen has gone into the lead. Dias has a problem of some sort. He's traveling quite slowly out there. He's down out of everyone's way right now. Well, Bobby Rich shoots by into the lead on the front exotic mixture these machines run on. We believe that's Bobby Rich Sr. moving up to the outside. Sharon or Ron Casto, please call your daughter right away. This is an emergency. Sharon or Ron Casto, if you can hear me, please call your daughter immediately. Well, Bruce Condon went at the second momentarily. Bobby Rich Jr. is going back by him, and Lou Frey just passed him down into three. Don McLean's hanging in there. Ray Dias has retired to the pit area. Rich, senior. And junior is still in third. Don Macrino's in fourth. Moved right up in the bumper now, looks underneath, and takes the lead for the infield. It wasn't that long ago that Frey actively drove race cars, midgets, and he still has a competitive fire. Whoa, little dust there. Bobby holds on. The dust from that truck. Speedy's right from that truck accident. A little high there and almost lost it. He's got it going again on the back straightaway. Got the 2 to go signal. I do believe. Yeah. All right. 1 to go is given by Wayne Schofield for Frey. Position he's been in many times before, leading the field of midgets. The checkered flag to win the 15-lap exhibition by the Atlantic Coast Old Timers. Bobby Rich Jr. is at second. Don Macrino third. Bobby Rich Sr. fourth. Bruce Carman fifth.
Sylvia. Outside of Sylvia, driving the Special Olympics Rhode Island Spanky's Racing Collectibles number 83, it's Eric Snow. 2 rows back on the inside out of North Attleboro, Mass. In the Action Motorsports number 17, it's Kevin Folin. Outside of Folin out of Halifax, Mass. In the Southeast Transport TLC Cleaning Company number 26, it's Robert Mohan. 3 rows back on the inside out of Lakeville, Mass. A longtime veteran in the street stocks, Nancy Sherman in the number 67. Outside of Sherman in the Bow Video, Crown Petroleum number 12, it's Mark Langlois. Starting 7th on the grid out of West Warwick, Rhode Island, in the Phoenix Fire Alarm and Communications, Allied Fire Protection number 65, it's Eddie Moniz. Outside of Eddie out of Pawtucket, Rhode Island, in the Belmont Motorsports number 47, it's John Belmont. 9th on the grid out of Middletown, Mass. The Pittsburgh Paint Beach Hardware number 116 for Jim Sylvia. Outside of Jim's second generation driver in the Cranston Wall Covering Ajax Auto Parts number 37 out of Manville, Rhode Island, it's Jody Cirillo. Starting next on the grid, 11th out of North Attleboro, Mass. In the Plant Motorsports number 28, it's Bill Beardwood. Outside of Beardwood, all the way out of Oak Bluffs, Mass. In the Mary Ann Turkington Upholstery number 72, it's Al Clements III. Jeremy Lilly rolls off 13th on the grid in the number 8. Outside of him, also out of Oak Bluffs, Mass. In the number 99, it's Al Clements IV. Brian Connor rolls off 15th out of Somerville, Mass. In the Ross Food Service. Boston Pushcart Concessions number 23. Outside of Brian out of Fall River, Mass. In the 03, it's Alan Correa.
Donnie Aiken rolls off 17th in the number 69 outside of Don out of Pawtucket, Rhode Island. The number 16, first Stacy Moulton. Tom Furtado had to come through the consolation round out of North Dayton, Mass. The Broadway Kitchens, Conlin and Sons Refrigeration, number 5. Starting outside of him, out of Tiverton, Rhode Island, in the Club Oasis Manchester Racing Engines, number 21, it's Bobby Betancourt Jr. 21st on the field out of Taunton, Mass. In the Mastery Buick Pontiac GMC, American Automotive, number 22, it's Paul Mealy. Outside of Mealy out of Berkeley, Mass. Your runner-up in the point so far, the F. Betancourt and Sons Excavating. Our Rose Enterprises, number 22, for Bobby Rose. Starting next on the grid out of Mansfield, Massachusetts, in the number 42, it's Turk Gun Bay. Outside of Turk out of Seekonk, Mass. In the Cavallero Motorsports, number 6, it's Rich Cavallero. And starting on the inside of the final row out of East Falmouth, Mass. In the LPR Auto Removal, Falmouth Recycling, number 58, it's Louis Remiza. And rounding out the field out of Fall River, Mass. In the sponsor wanted, number 14, it's Chris Rio. For the street stock, looking for the green this time by our chief starter. Eddie Morton has a green flag in his hand, looking for it off of turn number 4. Sylvia and Snow on the front row. Green is out, and Sylvia gets the jump over Snow as they hit turn 1. Kevin Fulton settles it right behind, right underneath as they go through the corner. Langlois gets loose off the corner, loses a bunch of positions as he gets caught up in the third groove. Speaking of the third groove, look at the rear of the field. Bobby Betancourt Jr. throwing that car through its paces. He works outside, 4 wide into 1 and 2. Oh my God, will he make it work? Look at him take the Richard Petty line around. Sylvia's got a problem. Oh, that was close. Bobby Betancourt Jr. is not afraid to put that car through its paces, and look who's in tow. Number 16 is Stacy Moulton as they both try to work their way to the front. The 42 of Turk Gun Bay's got something dragging on that number 42. Up front, Wayne Sylvia sets the pace about 3 car lengths ahead of the number 17 of Kevin Foley. About 6 car lengths back is Nancy Sherman in the number 67. She sits third off the corner. The number 65 of Eddie Moniz is right there, trying to work his way toward the front. Don't count out Eric Snow or Billy Vanwood as they try to find their way towards the front. Vanwood gets a run underneath Snow off the corner. Up front, battle for the lead as Kevin Foley gets underneath Sylvia. Sylvia gives him the room he needs. No problems there. Kevin Foley finds himself at the front of the pack. Sylvia settles in for second. Well, I don't know if he's settling because he's right there pushing forward off the 4th corner, trying to get a run on the Attleboro native. Foley leads it down into 1 and 2. As Sylvia sits second on the grid right behind. Sherman sits third. Moniz and Bearwood are your top 5. Look who's coming, and coming up fast. He's just inside the top 10. The number 5 of Tom Furtado. And it looks like Bobby Betancourt may have a problem in that number 21. He's not working that roll groove like he's used to, and it looks like the black flag may come out for Turk Gun Bay this time by. On the turn number 2, Lewis Cobb, Kevin Foley. Sylvia gets a run to the inside. The Red Wing shoes number 1. 2 cars together down at 3 and 4. Louis Remiza and Donnie Aiken both get together off the corner. That's going to bring out a caution. He'll restart 11th. On the outside of him will be Al Clements, the 4th. Betancourt on the restart. He loves that third groove. Up front, let's see if Sylvia has anything for Full. And Full will be able to roll into victory lane. Green is out. We're back underway. And Full works the inside. Sylvia up high, and Betancourt goes back up to the wall. Trying to work his way back to the front of the field. Up front, Bolin sets the pace. Moniz now slides up into second. As they come off at turn number 4, Moniz slides bottom in. Folin gets a run on Folin to the inside. Folin gets the run. Moniz down on the inside, drifts up a little bit. Folin is able to hold on. Look at Billy Beardwood in the number 28. Gets up to the door of Sylvia in the number 1. Sylvia slides up the racetrack. Beardwood down the bottom. And behind him, attacking cars coming up through. Here it comes. Nancy Sherman, Jeremy Lilly on the outside. Eric Snow down low. And Tom Furtado following through. This time by. It'll be the halfway point. 10 down, 10 to go for your leader, Kevin Foley. gets a little bit squirrely with a little hop off the turn number 2. Beardwood gets a run underneath Sylvia as they go down into 3 and 4. Beardwood on the inside, the white number 28. Folan has the lead, and Lily makes it 3 wide down into turn number 1. Lily hits the berm down to the grass, slides that car into the corner. He goes around down to the infield, able to continue on. Up front, Kevin Folan and Eddie Moniz, your top 2. Caution is out for the number 8 of Jeremy Lilly, who decided to wait for the caution before he started to roll away. Heat event. Note. Furtado definitely working his way through the pack, looking for his first ever street stock win. Can he do it tonight? Well, he's definitely strong enough. Is he as strong as Kevin Folan or Eddie Moniz or Billy Beardwood or Nancy Sherman? We'll find out in a minute as they're about to come back to green off the corner. Eddie Moniz lets him go. Folan gets the jump over Moniz. Beardwood slides in underneath as they come off at turn number 2. Battle for second, 3 wide. Oh, Furtado trying to work his way down the bottom. Couldn't get it done as Beardwood did not give him enough room. That's okay, that's racing. Problems down at turn number 4 as the 47 of Belmont and the number 67 of Sherman both get together. Sherman rolls that car off the corner. Belmont backs up. Right now we're ready to roll one more time with 11 laps in the books. Looking for the final 9 off of turn number 4. Eddie Moore looks him down. Folan and Moniz bring him off the corner. Beardwood is glued to the back bumper. Folan as they hit turns 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway they go. And Moniz gets a run on the outside. Beardwood is right there as they come off of turn number 4. 3 cars battling for the lead. As Eric Snow gets loose off the corner, he gathers it back in and keeps rolling along. Up front, Folan sets a pace. Beardwood now in second. Here comes Furtado, the blue and white number 5. Plays a little bumper tag in the corner with the number 28 of Beardwood. Beardwood gets a little loose. Folan throws it back end out. Furtado throws it back end out through the corners. That car is loose. They say loose is fast. Well, that's exactly what it is for Furtado as he's up to 3rd. Off at turn number 4 to complete lap number 14. Folan sets pace. Oh, Eddie Moniz does a full 360. Able to hang on. Everybody makes it by. We stay under green. Great job of driving by Eddie and the gang. He's got a flat left rear tire. That's what happened to him off at turn number 4. And the caution will come out as Moniz is not able to make it back into the pit area. So at lap number 14, we're under our 3rd caution as 2 cars with flat left rear tire. 2 good buddies outside of the speedway. Right now, they're fierce competitors as they get ready to roll off at turn number 4. Green flag is out. We're back underway. And Beardwood gets the advantage in the corner. They rub fenders and doors, give the advantage to Folan. And look at Betancourt, 3 wide off at turn number 2. As Furtado settled in, he goes down the bottom. Look at this race for the lead. 3 cars forward, kicked up on the outside. Furtado down on the inside. Beardwood in the middle. Off at turn 2. Give the lead to Furtado. But for how long? Because here comes his teammate, Bobby Betancourt on the outside. Furtado sets the pace with 4 laps to go. Folan is second. Here comes Langlois on the inside. And Furtado sees this in his rearview mirror, and that's exactly what he wants. Everybody racing against each other as 3 cars get together. Bobby Rose, the 6 of Cavallero, and the 72 of Clements, the 99 of Al Clements. The 4th slaps the outside retaining wall. As the number 6 of Rich Cavallero trying to stop and avoid this time. It's Kevin Folan in the number 17 tough break as he had a very strong run going in that Accent Motorsports number 17. But up front, let's see what's going to happen between Furtado, Betancourt, Langlois, Beardwood, your top 4. Green is out. We're back underway as they go double line down in 1 and 2. We'll get the advantage off the second corner. Furtado's got about 6 inches over to the 21 of Betancourt. Betancourt trying to battle back on the outside. This time by Furtado, throwing the back end out. About 3 quarters of a car length. Beardwood trying to make contact. Beardwood goes around. Betancourt's able to hold on. Everybody gets by as Beardwood sits there on the inside of the second quarter. That's going to bring out a caution with just 2 laps to go. Way too deep. He made contact with Betancourt, threw the back end out on the 21. That's just about how Betancourt likes to drive that car. He was able to hold on. Billy Beardwood was not. Everybody made it by, and that's going to put Beardwood at the rear of the field and move Bobby Rose to the outside. So you look at the top three of the top 4 cars, and you look at their starting position. Tommy Furtado started 19th. Bobby Betancourt started 20th. Bobby Rose started 22nd on the grid. Quietly working their way through the pack up to the front. As they roll down the back straightaway one more time, looking for the green. And our chief starter, Eddie Morin's got the green. We'll see it this time off of the 4th corner. They hit the line running. Green flag is out. And Betancourt tries to get around the outside. Look at Mohan, and the number 26 finds himself 3rd. Langlois gets crossed up down the back straightaway. And the top 3 run nose to tail off at turn number 4. The twin sticks are up. Off the corner they come. Furtado and Betancourt. As Langlois has a problem in the New England Recycling number 12. The white flag is high in the air. Can Furtado hold on for 1/3 more of a mile? Off the corner he comes. Betancourt hounding the back bumper. Takes it over to the outside. Down the back shoulder. Gives him a shot off the corner. This is for all the marbles, the glory, the money, and more importantly, the checkered flag. Tommy Furtado rolls off at turn number 4 and collects his first ever Street Stock Future win. Betancourt will hold on for 2nd. Robbie Mohan is the 3rd. 4th will be Bobby Rose. And John Belmont will round out the top 5. But how about that? Just when you saw the big guys coming, Bobby Rose, Robert Mohan, Bobby Betancourt, would Tom Furtado be able to hold on? Well, guess what? He did. For his first ever win, in the Broadway Kitchens, Conlin & Sons Refrigeration, Winds Extend, Palico Supply, Conlin Signs, LeCavern & Sowersby, Finest Racing Engines, Monroe Dairy, Jeff Baggs Welding, Apollo Radiator number 5, owned by Ellen Conlin, driven by Tom Furtado.
We didn't know if you'd ever make it here. A lot of people kind of wrote you off at the beginning. Had to beat your hero, Bobby Betancourt, come out here.
That's the best way to do it.
Long season so far. This makes it worthwhile.
Yeah, totally worthwhile. I needed this win from the West Way. It's been 3 years coming, finally, especially to beat Bobby.
You got a guy like Bobby's teammate, it's kind of tough. He's fast every week. You're there, but you just can't get that one night. Another tough night. These guys are tough on me.
Yeah, they are. Especially coming from back of the pack. I came from 19th. I'd rather do it like that than starting up front.
Make a big step up coming here from the mini stocks.
It's been challenging. Last year was a tough season. This has been a pretty decent season this year. This makes it all worthwhile.
Help that Bob help you?
Well, Bobby gives me a lot of support. You know, he pushes me as much as he can, and we finally did it.
Thanks, sponsor.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Broadway Kitchens, Conlin Refrigeration, LaCava and Salisbury Auto Parts, Conlin Signs, Finest, my biggest sponsor. Brian from Finest Towing and Machine gave me this motor and finally got it here for him. I think that's pretty much does it. Jeff Baggs Welding, Apollo Radiator, Winds, Coleco Supply in Somerset, they helped me out this year. I think that pretty much sums it up.
All right, tonight's Street Stock feature winner the first time.
Hey, wait a minute! Tiger, come here. There's one person I left out.
Yeah, you better say something, buddy.
You better save yourself.
My girlfriend that always supports me. She's been here through a lot of tough times, Helen, and she's also a Colorado. Thanks.
Nice save from the first Street Stock feature winner.
Nice job, Tommy. Nice job, really. I don't know where she is.
Stand right at the end. How's that?
Yeah, all right.
Now maybe come in. You got too many.
Upon my shoulder, hold your warm and tender body close to mine. Hear the whisper of the raindrops blowing soft against your window, and make believe you love me one more time. Oh, the good times I get along. You find another, and I'm here. If you should find you'll ever need me, just say a word about tomorrow or forever. There'll be time enough for sadness when you leave me. Lay your head upon my pillow. Hold your warm and tender body close to mine. Hear the whisper of the raindrops blowing soft against your window, and make believe you love me one more time. For the good time, for the good time, for the good time. That was for Marie.
This one's been a long time coming. This is the third car he's campaigned in the street stock. The first two were virtually destroyed. This is a brand new machine in 1999 that he built along with some friends. He's had some help along the way, but mostly Tom and Ellen worked on the car themselves each and every Saturday night. You go by, you don't see many people around the car. A few friends helping out. Bobby Betancourt coming over, lending a helping hand when needed. But this one will be well savored. He rolls off for a very slow, savored victory lap. One more time, ladies and gentlemen. A big round of applause for Tom Furtado. And when you do it, you don't want it to be easy. You want to have to beat the champion to do it, and that's exactly what Tom did. Congratulations, Tom and Helen, on the great race. Insurance, Seekonk Electric car number 46. It's the Shark, Chad Chase. Lucky 13th on the grid. Out of Westport, Massachusetts, driving the New England Recycling G-Lopes Construction number 24, it's Radical Rick Martin. Outside of Rick, out of Cranston, Rhode Island, driving the Hope Street Auto Center, Meadows Recycling number 12, it's Bobby Pellin Jr. The longtime veteran out of Berkeley, Massachusetts, starts 15th on the grid. Car number 33 for Ray Lee. Outside of Ray, out of Warwick, Rhode Island, driving the Tantasia Tanning Studios Rhode Island drive shaft number 99, last Saturday night's winner, Wayne Dion. 17th on the grid out of Pembroke, Mass. For the Response Ambulance Service, Converse Photo Supply number 3, it's Bill Goodrow. Outside of Bill, out of Swansea, Massachusetts. Three-time track champion driving the Baker tractor. Levex Tree Service number 11, it's Vinny Anarumo. Up next out of Barrington, Rhode Island, driving the St. Angelo Pontiac Buick Pro Stars. Estelle Jr., Bobby Pellant, Rick Martin, Wayne Dion have all visited Victory Lane. So has Vinny Anarumo and at St. Angelo. Who will it be tonight? They roll off at turn 4 underway. On turn 2, they come double wide for the lead. Look at the motor. Scully has trip out on the outside wall. The 0 to a 2 involved. Several cars involved. The 46 of Chase. Ray in the 33. The 12 of Bobby Pellant. Wayne Dion in the 99. And Vinny Anarumo just stopped short. As all of a sudden, we are under caution. Chad Chase pulls away. Dion pulls away. Pellant pulls away. And Bobby Tripp on the hood of Alan McClure's number 77. He is not happy. The track crew is down there to pull him off. Bobby Tripp, not a happy camper, as on lap number 1, he is involved in an incident. Red flag is out. As they try to calm the Westport, Mass native, the 1993 track champion, showing what champions are not about, as the ambulance is called out of his parking spot. The track crew down there to pick up the debris in the cars as Bobby Tripp will be towed off, as will the 33 of Ray Lee. Dion has hit pit road, so has Bobby Pellant. his actions at all. 10-15 feet. Actually runs all the way to the end of that opening. And the damage to that number 81. You can see the car weebling back and forth, and a bent right front wheel, among other things, on that number 81. I'm sorry, Billy Goodrow, Jeff Goodrow. Did the sportsman's, and I'm still doing it in the pro stocks. That's Jeff Goodrow with the number 31. The 46 of Chad Chase to 0. Chad Chase, Wayne Dion, Freddie Estelle coming from the rear. And Gamache, row number 2. Alan McClure, Dick Houlihan, row number 3. Top 5 drivers looking for their first ever pro stock victory. Well, not Tom Scully. He's got one. That coming 2 seasons ago. Everybody else looking for that initial one as they roll off in turn number 4, looking for the green. And rear back on the racing action. As down the back there where they go. Scully just motors on by the outside. Kenny holds on to the outside. Cavallero gives him all the room he needs. Gets a little bit squirrely off the corner. Has something dragging on that right front. That's going to cost him dearly, as he'll have to end his night right now. Gets together with the 42 of Fabio Clear. As the yellow comes out with 2 laps in the record books now. And put your name in there. Any comments you may have for the staff and management, I'll just let them know what you're thinking, as long as it's constructive criticism. If it's bad, if it's good, all the praise is wonderful. Green is out, back on the Scully. And Dion finds himself on the outside, retaining roll along with the 34. And Dion's able to roll that car down to the infield, and it just is not Wayne Dion's night, as this is the second incident that Dion has been involved in. To the pits, and a rough break for the Warwick, Rhode Island native, our 1982 Pro Stock champion. Came into tonight well in the top 5 in points. Matter of fact, came in as your runner-up behind Wayne Dion. That probably will change because Chad Chase, 24 cars still remain out on the field. Doesn't look like Wayne will have the time to get that car repaired and back out onto the track. So now Scully and Cavallero one more time. We'll bring them down. 1 lap has been complete. We'll see if we can get the final 34 in here as Eddie Moore lets him go. We're back underway. Down off the second corner, Scully leads him down. Cavallero motors to the outside. They go double wide off the corner. Scully has the lead. Here comes Mike Hassel. Here to the inside, and look who's working in the inside. 4th in line. Radical Rick Barnes sits there in line. Off the corner they come. And Rumo gets sideways after he gets it tapped from the number 3. He spins it down to the infield, up on the hook. And that's going to bring a caution. And that is a definite no-no that Vinny just did. And Vinny says, this is it. And he is thrown out on chief starter Eddie Moore. He is not happy at all. He jumps down off the stand. And it looks like he's going to have a word with both Goodrow and Anarumo. As Anarumo will be ejected from the speedway. Number 3 of Goodrow heads to the pit. Don't go away yet. There's still some racing to go on the track. As they roll into 3, off at turn number 4, looking for the green, with 2 laps complete. Eddie Martin looks him off the corner. Green flag is out. Scully leads him down across the start-finish line. Off at turn number 2 they come. Scully sets the pace. Hassel trying to get a run going on the outside. 87 of Cavallaro sits there down low. Off the corner they come. As Chad Chase has something dragging off the right rear, and that's going to cost him severely. As they roll, the black flag will be out for Chad. The next time around, looks like it might be the roll bar that protects the rear fuel cell. Down into 1 and 3 and 4. It is off. Bobby Pellin spins off turn number 2. That's going to bring out another caution. Or we'll see somebody else in victory lane looking for the green. Hopefully we'll get the final 31 in this time. Off of turn 4 they come. We're back underway. Scully again gets the jump, and not much from this time. As Mike Hassel is able to hang on the outside. Down into 3 and 4 they go, double wide. Off the corner, Scully and Hassel. Cavallaro starting to slide back just a little bit, taking with him the 77 of Alan McClure. Martin gets by, works his way up into 5th. Then comes the 20 into the edge of number 12. Bobby Pellin, the end of number 14. Up Freddie Estelle. Look at Mike Hassel on the outside. Scully leads him up, drifts off the corner. Look at Houlihan making 3 lines. Down the front straightaway. Tom Scully has got to watch that inside line. If he doesn't, he's going to get beat down low. If he does, he may get beat up high, but he'll get beat the hard way. Off the corner again. Somebody is there on his back bumper. Hassel gets another one going on the outside, trying to get the momentum he needs. Dick Houlihan sits right there waiting. Martin now takes a look to the outside. Motors by the 95 of Manchester as the 14 of Estelle and the 77. Down the back straightaway. Tom Scully, the number 2, the number 15 of Mike Hassel, the 41 of Dick Houlihan, the 24. Now comes the number 12 of Bobby Pellin, sticking his nose in this race. This is a race now after the 4th corner they come. Double wide Hassel. As Alan McClure is given the black flag as he is smoking severely. Here it is to hit her head to the pits. Off the corner they come. Hassel and Scully side by side. Hassel edging out the number 2 of Tom Scully. Ray Alexander looks like he's going to hit the pits as well. Off the corner they come. Scully on the inside. Hassel up high. Will we see another brand new race in victory lane? Or will it be another veteran? Well, we'll find out. Hassel again edges out. Scully, contact is made. Hassel drifts up the track, gets loose. Martindale just makes it through. As we are back under caution. So round at the front of the field. This time it was courtesy of Tom Scully in the number 2. And that's going to put Rick Martin and Dick Houlihan on the front row. Missing the spinning number 15. So Rick Martin up front, Dick Houlihan, Billy Manchester, Freddie Estelle, Bobby Pellin, your top 5, Todd Henshaw 6th, Wayne Newman 7th, Jeff Goodrow 8th with Dave Poirier And now the 15 of Mike Hassel rounding out is a Name of Survival. Rick Martin, Dick Houlihan, Billy Manchester have all survived. Freddie Estelle and Bobby Pellin have had to come from the rear. Green flag is on. Back under the as look at Dick Houlihan work the outside, the Carita Racing engine, number 41. Finish line. Off the corner they come on. May have a problem in that machine. As he slows up a little, Willie finds himself out front. Here comes Estelle. Manchester takes a look to the inside. Up front, Office Parks, number 41. Dick Houlihan sets the pace. Here comes Freddie Estelle on the outside, the flying one. As they come off turn 4, Manchester tries to make it 3 wide. Can't do it as he settles in back behind. Freddie Estelle now clears himself of his car owner, sets his sights on Dick Houlihan and the number 41. Holy, up and down, very good lead. How comfortable can you be when you've got Freddie Estelle breathing down your neck? Off the corner they come. Houlihan, Estelle, Martin, Manchester now takes it up to the outside. As they come off of turn number 2, that Bobby Pellin right there as well. Field's starting to string itself out, and I guess that's what they needed, was to string themselves out. As Estelle has not been able to close in on the 41 of Hooley. Off the corner they come, just past the halfway point. Bobby Pellin now takes it up to the inside. That's battle for 4th and 5th as they come off of turn number 2. Second group, Bobby Pellin now gets an ooze underneath up to the door. Contact is made. Manchester goes around. Pellin drifts that by. And caution is out one more time. Pellin comes back out. Looking for win number 2 here tonight. 13 laps still remain in this Pro Stock Heat event, feature event. As they get ready to roll off at turn number 4, Houlihan. Estelle off the corner, green flag is out. As they roll down into 1 and 2, Estelle on the outside, Houlihan down low, double wide down the back straightaway. Into 3 and 4. Hooley rolls him off the corner, Estelle trying to hold on. Martin is right there in third. With Chad Chase rounding out the top 5. Down the back straight where they go, starting to string themselves out. Here comes the Shark on the outside. He gets by Henshaw. Now sends the sight to the outside of Steve Newman. Down the back straightaway. He's got his hands up in the air on Chief Starter. He's not congratulating him. He's letting him know there's 10 to go. As Freddie Estelle is settled in for second right now, tries to gather it back in one more time. 41 of Dick Houlihan. Off the corner they come. But he has not been able to do it. Look at Chad Chase gather up on Rick Martin. He's up to 4th, sets his sights on 3rd as Martin bottoms off in 1-3, turn number 3. Chase tries to get the run going on the outside. Off the corner they come. Billy Manchester working his way on the outside. Trying to work his way back towards the top 5. Off the corner they come. It's still Houlihan. Estelle. 46 of Chase. That's about it for his 3rd going on. Off the corner. Chase up high. Martin down low. Martin trying to just survive tonight's racing activities. Does not have enough to catch us. 41. Wants to hold on to 3rd though. We've got 5 times around this time by. 30 complete, 5 remain. Dick Houlihan leads them off the turn number 2. Freddie Estelle second, Chase and Martin still battling. Martin able to hold on to that position. Down off the turn number 4. Look at the battle waging deep in the pack. The number 2 of Scully. Manchester. The number 12 of Bobby Pellin, all battling for position. That's for 7th, 8th, and 9th. Jeff Goodway holding on for 10th with 4 to go this time by. Working for the second man of 1999. The twin sticks are up. 2 to go. Mahuli, Estelle, Martin, Chase, and Wayne Newman have this ever behind the wheel of the full stop. White flag in the air. Off the corner he comes. Dick Houlihan leads him around. He's got a comfortable half a straight lead. Over. Number 14 of Rick Martin. Checkered flag is in the air. He goes from here as Dick Houlihan will hold on and survive for the win. Freddie Estelle in for second. Rick Martin, third. Church is fourth. Gunther beating Manchester in for 12. And Bobby Perrin sixth. Henshaw in for seventh. Tom Scully eighth. Jeff Goodrow ninth. And the 87 of Mike Cavallero 10th. Rounding out the remaining finishers, the 7 of Wayne Newman and the 34 of Dave Poirier. But taking down the win, number 2 for 1999. Driving the BOC Gases Family Chiropractic Center, March Parts. Bob Sunoco, Corrido Racing Engines, number 41. Out of Berkeley, Massachusetts, ladies and gentlemen, Dick Houlihan.
Once you got rolling, you kind of have about 5 cars.
Yeah. All right, Dick.
I get to take a victory lap.
That's right.
Well, for the second time this season, Dick Houlihan finds his way to Seekonk Speedway victory lane. Tough race out there.
It was tough in the beginning, but I got to tell you, Lenny Ellis, his whole crew, Ronnie Pond, this car works awesome. I don't care who's going to see this car win races. This car goes around here by itself. I mean, it's that good of a car.
You had to beat guys like Freddie Estelle, who's been right on their back bumper. Rick Martin was there, all the big claims. Second win of the season. It's been a long time. You're going to be happy now.
I feel like I've been rejuvenated. I told you last time, it kind of straightened me out. This is too good to be true. I mean, I can get used to this. This car is awesome. Yeah, I'd like to thank all Lenny sponsors, because I still don't know him yet. Bob's Repair and... Where's Lenny? Help me out! I still don't know him. I need a sponsor guy.
We got BOC night next week. We've got to get this right, buddy.
He's going from the car owner to public relations, Lenny get his next sponsor.
Oh, we have to. Without these guys, we couldn't do it. Mark's Parts, Peckham's Rental Center, BOC Gases, Bob Sunoco. We've got them all. Family Chiropractor, even Bob, Sign Works, Resort Glass, Phil Blanchard. We got them all. Even the guy with the toys that brings the toys on the week that I buy and spend all the money. Steve's Toy Center.
Good driver, obviously.
I'm retiring. I gotta sign him under contract. We're in negotiations on money right now. We haven't come to terms yet.
The second win this season for Dick Houlihan.
Great job, Dick. This car, we the people. See you later, buddy. All the way from everybody. I was kind of hung
me a little bit. I was going good, but and I see this year, and I said, well, how was I seeing the wheeling tires? Oh, I was praying. I just couldn't.
I told you, they're classmates. Yes, please. Come on, guys. We haven't done two in a year. It's a long time. May never get into it. You're a bunch of old asses. That's all we are.
We got noses though.
That's it. Why don't you get one? Go ahead, get one with this mother. Can I have one with my son out there? Actually, the boys.
Well, they call my baby, well, she done so hot that my baby wasn't worthwhile to do. Well, you know how when you're on to go round, she's my home shot baby, and you really know she's back in town. Well, you won't not know me, we should go to the zoo. I wanna marry that girl next Saturday night. Gonna have a whole good time. I wanna tell you that we will do well. You know my baby, you know they call my baby Dad. Really, really, really little. Well, she's gonna come running, and she knows just what to do. She's my little bitty baby, and I've been along my little little. Go get her, man. I wanna marry that girl next Saturday night. Arms around her, hold a good time. I wanna tell you what we would do.
I gotta get something to sign with them.
You know they call my baby daddy, the real place to live. Oh, you call my baby daddy, the real place to live. Oh, my baby, I wanna do. Yeah, live to lose.
Well, the Pro Stock was a main event. We had everything. We had emotion, cries, tears of joy, tears of pain, tears of laughter. And taking down the win, survival of the fittest. For the second time in 1999. One more time, ladies and gentlemen, give a big round of applause for Dick Houlihan. Well, rolling out next is the Sportsman feature event. I'll see if these guys have a little bit more sportsmanship than the Pro Stocks did.
as Kenny Bamford will bring him down for the green out of Coventry, Rhode Island. The Simpsons Auto Care, Bamford signs number 88. It's Kenny Bamford. Outside of Bamford, out of Swansea, Mass. In the Scott Auto Service, a towing company number 56. It's Linwood Cowan. Jerry Degas Jr. rolls off third out of the grid. He drives the Spumoni's Restaurant. Custom Auto Body number 71. Outside of Jerry, out of Westport, Mass. In the BOC Gases, LH Polanger and Sons number 70. It's Glenn Lawton. Starting fifth out of West Warwick, Rhode Island, driving the Dickens Sons. Express Embroidery number 21, it's Corey Boudreau. Outside of fifth on the grid, seventh driver out of Taunton, Mass, I'm sorry. In the R&F Transport, Haydrose Well Drilling number 3, it's Kenny Spencer. Outside of Ken out of Taunton, Mass. In the G. Lopes Construction, RNC Auto Service number 26, it's Peter Fernandez. Starting ninth is car number 99, the Viking Sheet Metal. Kids Corner Child Care number 99, out of Mansfield, Mass. It's the Fireball, Glenn Young. Outside of Young, out of Somerset, Mass. Driving the Lawrence Motorsports number 81, it's James Lawrence. Starting 11th out of Swansea, Mass. The Kevin's Professional Auto Detailing, Vital Wood Products number 8, it's Ed Gannon III. Outside of Ed, out of Westport, Mass. In the Souza Motorsports number 25, it's Brian Souza. Lucky 13th on the field. Car number 44 out of Pawtucket, Rhode Island, it's Rob Doobie. Outside of Doobie out of Weymouth, Mass. In the 08, it's Robert Bryant. Starting 15th, out of Rehoboth, Mass. In the Bayside Arteries Pier. Estrella's Farm, car number 45, it's Scott Estrella. Outside of Estrella, out of Attleboro, Mass. In the DJ's Lounge, R&F Transport number 2, it's last Saturday night's feature winner, Dave Titus. Starting 28th out of Carver, Mass. In the Butch Merritt Welding Seasoned Palace Chinese Restaurant, car number 28, it's the birthday boy, Sean Woodward. Outside of Sean, out of Plymouth, Mass. In the Handlebar Harry's Water Wheels number 36, it's Ron St. Pierre. Leroy Hudson rolls off 19th. He drives 02. Welcome back to him. And Roland Wheeler driving the number 6 rounds out the field. That's the way they are scheduled to go. To his resume, looking for his first win of 1999. Looking for the green next time by. Caution lights go out around the speedway. And Bamford and Cowan will bring him down. Degas Barry, the 70 of Glenn Lawton, the 21 of Corey Pedrello, and the 65 of Ron Loro, Iowa Field. Bamford and Cowan bring up the field down into 3 and 4. For the final time under caution, we hope, as they get ready to roll off at turn number 4. Eddie Moran lets him go, and we are underway. We got 25 laps. Bamford takes a lead down the back straight away. Degas Barry works on the inside line, gets kicked up to the outside. Third groove, and he goes. He's able to gather it back in. Loro drops to the inside, gets in for the That's what Kenny Spencer beating on that back bumper. Kenny Bamford sets the pace. Degas Barry sits second. Corey Boudreau rounds out the top three as they come in the corner. Contact is made. One gets into Cowan. Cowan goes around with the 65 and roll on the hook. Wow! Everybody made it through. How about that? They're saying 2000 instead of 19 something or other. We'll give away 2 tickets for the Daytona 500 and 2 tickets for the Firecracker 400 next year. Well, let's talk about tonight as we're about to ready to roll one more time. Eddie Moran lets him off the corner. Green flag is out. They're underway. Degas Barry does not go off the speed. That throws everybody up behind him. The accordion effect takes place. Several cars get together. And Gannon goes around. The 70 of Glenn Lawton goes around, and quickly we are back under caution. A page out of the looking for the green off of turn number 4. Kenny Bamford, Jerry Degas Barry leads him off the corner. Green flag is out, back underway, and there is Jerry going to jump this time. By the time they hit turn 1, Jerry finds himself out front. Bamford tries back on the inside. Look at Loro trying to make it 3 wide on the outside. Degas Barry on the outside. Bamford down low off the corner, and again, Bamford tries to battle back on the inside. They go deck and deck, door handle to door handle, down into turn number 3. The Pontiac Firebird on the inside. The Chevrolet
the rookie on the outside. Here comes the other rookie, Peter Fernandez in the number 26. Fernandez has 1 win on the season, looking to make it 2 on the season. As Ron goes back out onto the track. The leaders go down the back straightaway. It's still Bamford out front. Digasparri trying to get the run he needs as he gets a little bit square. Fernandez takes a bit underneath down the back straightaway. Fernandez motors on by, finds himself in the runner-up position, and he's bringing with him the fireball, Glenn Young, as they come off of turn number 4. Down the back straightaway, it's Bamford, Fernandez, Digasparri, Young, and now the 25. But Brian Souza finds himself in 5th as they roll off of turn number 4. Look at Young on the inside. The black and red Pontiac car, number 99. Runs 3rd. Now he takes a look to the inside of Peter Fernandez. Digasparri wasn't able to get a run on the outside. Will Peter Fernandez? Kenny Bamford, a tight pack at the front of the field. Bamford, Fernandez, Young, Digasparri, and the 25 of Brian Souza. Down off of turn number 2. Fernandez evens up with the 88 of Kenny Bamford. Look at the headers on that number 88. They are cherry. He's got a problem down the back straightaway. It's the 88 of Bamford, the 26 of Fernandez, the 99 of Glenn Young. Down the front off the rookie. This time by, we have reached the halfway point of this sportsman feature event. Bamford, Fernandez still running side by side. Fernandez edges out just a little bit by the time they hit turn 1. Finds himself now trying to get back to the lead. He did this before with Jerry. Can he do it with Peter? Off the corner they come. Fernandez has him. Still in 3rd, waiting for something to happen. As Fernandez now finds himself all alone at the front of the field. Young now takes a look to the outside of Bamford. Bamford trying to hold on for 2nd. As Young gets outside, Digasparri now gets his rhythm back, trying to work his way back towards the front. But it isn't worth for him. Souza gets underneath the 99. Down the backstretch. Into 3 and 4 they go. Off the 4th corner. And Peter Fernandez well, here comes the fireball. How hot is he? Oh, he works the outside of Bamford. Here comes the 25 of Souza. Watch Souza trying to make it 3 wide as he gives the 88 a shot off the corner. As Fernandez throws hard in the outside retaining wall on the front straightaway, bringing out a caution. He lets down the net, waves to the starters, lets them know that he's okay. As he unbuckles the belt, the helmet comes off. And Corey climbs out of the car. Not sure if the steam was coming from his ears or from underneath the hood. As your points leader is definitely unhappy about the events that had transpired. As Laura pulls up and tries to offer his apologies. And your points leader is done for tonight. But up front, what a race we've got going for you. Between Peter Fernandez, Glenn Young, the 88 of Kenny Bamford, the 25 of Brian Souza, and now the 2 of Dave Titus, all in your top 5. Titus, last Saturday night's feature winner of the Sportsman, had a great run that it is very hard to get it all up. The season for Scotty Estrella sits 8th on the grid with James Lawrence and Robert Bryan rounding out the top 10. 14 cars still remain in the field. In the 56 of Linwood Cowan, the 70 of Glenn Lawton, the 36 of Souza, row number 2. Young's waiting for something to happen at the front of the field so he can find himself leading the pack. They roll off at turn number 4. Eddie Bourne lets him go. And Fernandez gives him a shot. Down into 1 and 2 they go. Fernandez out front. Here comes the fireball down to the inside. Trying to make his way to the front of the field as Ron St. Pierre slows up down the back straightaway. Off the corner they come. It's Fernandez. On the outside. Number 2, Pontiac, trying to find his way to the front of the field for the second week in a row. Up front, Fernandez. Young on the back bumper, looking for a way back. Takes a look down low. Off of turn number 2, they come. Fernandez and Young. Nose to tail. Down into 3. Brian Souza sits third. 88 of Bamford sliding back to the outside. Biggest belly gets a run down the inside. Off the second corner, they come to batteries for 4th. Biggest Valley down to the inside. The red number 71, the yellow 88 of Kenny Bamford works the outside. Ron St. Pierre hits the pitch. The 88 of Bamford finds himself 4th. With Kenny Spencer having to let off the throttle as Bamford is able to find himself. James Lawrence gets a run down low. As they go down the back straight, we give that 6th position to the number 81 of Lawrence. 7th would be the number 3 of Kenny Spencer. Peter Fernandez leads off at 2. Glenn Young is doing everything in his bag of tricks to try to get by. Return Massachusetts. I've got to make it run up high. But he's just about out of time because this time by the twin sticks are up in the air. 2 more circuits around for Fernandez. Right spins off the second corner. That's going to bring out another caution. Or is he sitting and waiting for the field to go by? Nope, the caution won't come out. 23 laps complete, 2 laps remain. It'll be a 5 of Brian Souza is right there. Jerry DeGasperi back up to 4th. Kenny Bamford having a great run in 5th. Looking for the green off of turn number 4. Will Young be able to get a run? Will the rookie find win number 2? We'll find out. 2 laps as the green is over. Fernandez and Young door handle down into 1 and 2 off the second corner. Young trying to get a run on the outside. Lead falls back about a half a car length, 3/4 of a car length. Right flag is out. Fernandez has this one in his command. He's past the start finish line. This one will end under checker as it is high in the air. Off the corner they come. And Peter Fernandez will hold on to win number 2. Second, it's a photo finish with the 81 of James Lawrence and the 88 of Kenny Bamford rounding out the top 5. He's got a rookie stripe on that car, but definitely knows how to drive this 1/3 mile oval. Driving the G-Lopes Construction, RNC Auto Service, Talent Shed Automotive number 26. Out of Taunton, Nassau, Dave Eldridge owned machine, Peter Fernandez, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we still got one feature event left on the docket. The Formula 4s are ready to roll out onto the track and show everybody what good, clean, side-by-side racing is all about.
Tell you, it's in the car.
No,
it's in the car. Oh, thanks, Bobby.
Well, for the second time this season, this rookie season, Peter Fernandez finds his way to the Sportsman Victory Lane. Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you. I have no idea why we're even here. I mean, after the heat race, I was telling these guys, man, you know, we're just hurting on tires. We're hurting on tires. And at one point, we got stuck on the outside at the beginning, and I was like, geez, seems to be all right here. And stayed out there. We were able to get around the 88 there. He drove us really hard for a while there for a couple laps, and we finally got out front. And then the 65 brought out the caution again. And I was like, oh man, not again. And I saw Glenn Young on the side of me. I was like, oh man, I just got a couple more laps, and whew, I'll tell you, it was great. It was great. I mean, I really want to say this was for my crew. I mean, these guys did an unbelievable job. I'm working on it. I want to say hi to my father. He's not here. He's fishing it. I guarantee you, I don't think he's gonna miss another night of racing after this. So. But I just want to thank everyone. I want to thank my sponsors, G-Lopes, RC Auto Repair. I want to thank a big hello and thank you for everything you guys have done this year. I'd like to thank G-Lopes, Gilly and Gary. Them guys have always been great to me. I can't say enough. I just really can't. I mean, the car was running great. You know, the car's just unbelievable. I can't say enough. And I don't know. It was just great.
It's your second win in your rookie year. Do you think you got a shot?
You know, if you asked me that last week, I might have said yeah, but we had such a bad finish last week, and I mean, it's kind of hard. I mean, there's so many guys in this division that run so well, and on any given night, anyone, like, a couple weeks ago, I was behind Jerry and Kenny Spencer, and these guys were fighting it out, and it was like, you know, Kenny already had one win, and Jerry was searching for his first, and you know, I think there's probably 10 guys out there right now that could win this championship. You know, I might be one of them, but right now we're starting to concentrate a little bit more on the Rookie of the Year. We fell back a little bit, but you know, this is going to help. So,
all right, tonight's Sportsman's victory goes to Peter Fernandez.
Flag. Look what you guys did.
Dry it up!
Real dry. It's a hot night.
Can I have the water? I know last time I was here I couldn't have the soda.
Hey, Pete, let's go over this side. Like that Gary said. Some other bitches didn't get it last time.
Oh, yeah.
Don't forget my bumper.
That thing's coming off.
Work hard on that thing.
You got something to do on the front now. Yeah, you guys get in here.
Yeah, baby. Through picture.
I know, that's fine.
I know it's only me. My one and only prayer is that someday you care. My hope, my dream come true. My one and only you. No one will ever know how much I love you so. My only prayer will be someday you care for me, but it's all
03. Outside of Scott, out of Cranston, Rhode Island, in the Perry Motorsports, number 35, it's Dan Perry. Lance Canberra rolls off 9th on the grid out of Acushnet, Mass, in the number 42. Outside of Canberra, out of Warwick, Rhode Island, the second Van Ness brother, it's Mike Van Ness in the number 3. Mike Rubella rolls off 19th. He drives the Home Depot Alpha Page Incorporated, number 9, out of Pawtucket, Rhode Island. Outside of Mike, out of Tiverton, Rhode Island, in the Action Cycles, Bob's Auto Sales, number 21, it's Ned Ryan. Ron Casto Jr. rolls off next in the Home Depot CNC Rigging, number 0. Outside of Ron, out of Pawtucket, Rhode Island, in the Consumer Auto Supply Fishing Vessel, in May, car number 88, it's Slick Bill Prisco. Starting 15th out of North Kingston, Rhode Island, in the Chatterley Motorsports, number 11. It's Mike Chatterley. Outside of Mike in the number 84, it's Jim Helger. Starting 17th, the 81 of Adam Murphy. Outside of Adam, out of Seekonk, Mass. In the number 49, it's Stacy Dias. Alex Bernard rolls off 19th on the grid. Outside of Alex, out of Portsmouth, Rhode Island. In the Wynkoop Motorsports, number 94, welcome back James Risinger. And starting scratch on the field out of New Bedford, Mass. In the 07, in the number 70, it's Lenny Guy. That's the way they're scheduled to go. And Bob Bordeaux will bring them down as they come off of turn number 4, looking for the green, and we are underway. Battles back down, always the 81 of Murphy. Slow on the start. Down the back straightaway, Dane sets the pace. Here comes Brightman in the number 17. Salvatelli tries to make it 3 wide. Look at Robertson down the inside. The rookie finds himself in 3rd. Leading with him. Vanessa now looks to come out of Robertson to take him off in number 4. Canberra sliding through 4 wide. Oh, look out for the 81. Everybody makes it by. They come off at turn number 4. Bain sets the pace. 3 wide action for second. Caution will come out for the 81 of Adam Murphy. So following, because as they say, it's not nice to fool with Mother Nature. Clinch lead is given to the field. 14 laps remain. 1 lap has been completed in this main event for the Formula 4s. And Michael Vanings and Mike Brightman will bring them down for the green as they get ready to roll off in turn number 4. Derek Robertson, the 7 of Ryan Van Ness right there as well. The 65 for Bob Durr as Dane Saratelli pulls out a line, and he's going to try to limp it back to the pits as the green flag comes up. Vanessa number 3 line, heading down into 1 and 2. Off the second car, they come Vanessa on the outside. Dane's down low. Down into 3 they go, and I don't think Dane Saratelli is going to be able to make it back in the pits. As he stops just short of the yep, you guessed it, another caution. Oh, well, a couple of questions on the restart. Campbell's out of line. There we go. Now I think we got it set. These guys are ready to roll off in turn number 4 as the green is high in the air. Baines and Vanessa look at the 65 go through the dirt. Tag the number 20 of Robertson. Robertson's able to hang on. Ryan Vanessa sets the pace as they hit turns 3 and 4. Baines in for second. Rebello. Down the bottom, and bringing with him the 0 of Ron Castro, and now throwing the hook on and closing it behind. There's the 86 this crowd. Off with the second car they come. Ryan Vanessa, the rookie sets the pace. Here comes the number 9 off Rebello. Rebello rolls off in turn number 2, closing the gap ever so slightly. Down your leaders, down the back straightaway. Off the top fourth corner they come to complete another lap. Vanessa continues to set the pace, but look at the battle we have. Leon actually good sideways. Briscoe gets, but he got back in just about a half a straight behind your leaders. Halfway by as they roll off in turn number 4. It's still the 7 of Vanessa, the 9 of Castro on the outside. The orange and white tail of Ron Castro Jr. That's the outside of Lance Campbell in that red and blue number 42. Off in turn before they come. On the outside, we've got a change in the lead down the back straightaway. Mike Rebello finds himself out front. Vanessa finds himself on the outside looking in. And here comes the football. Briscoe catching this runner up down the back straightaway. He goes, takes a look to the outside. As he tries to get the momentum he needs, he up by the young rookie off the turn before they come. Takes a look to the outside of it, has down into 3 and 4. This time by 10 laps have been complete. 5 laps remain. Number 84 about to go down the lap. As he moves straight down the back straightaway, Mike Rebello about a 3-car length advantage. This could either help him or hurt him as he rolls off the floor, takes a look down low. Now he lets it go down. Vanessa down into 3-4. Castro is right there trying to close the gap. He's just about out of time without a caution. Vanessa in second. Briscoe trying to rush the outside. 4 cars get together off the turn 4. Great job. Off the turn before 4 cars goes to Dalton lead. Twin sticks are in the air. 2 to go. Vanessa continues to hold on. Trying to make it a Home Depot sweep up front as Rebello gets the right flag. And down the back straightaway he goes. Briscoe falls back to catch on the outside. That's again for second. Rebello comes off the corner. Checkered flag in the air. And Mark Rebello takes down the win. Second will be Vanessa, the number 7 with the 0 of Mike Castro Jr. And the 35 of Dan Kelly rounding off the top 5. Incorporated, CNC Millwright Rigging, Ocean State Sweeping, New England Major Repair, Dish Network, Cisco's Performance, Marco's Auto Body, Days Ice Cream, Celso Construction, Hot 106.3, 102.7 FM, car number 9. Ladies and gentlemen, give him a big round of applause. Mike Rebello back in victory lane. Well, congratulations to all our feature winners tonight. I want to thank everybody for coming down and joining us Saturday night of racing here with us at the Seekonk Speedway. Big thanks to the folks at
I gotta make sure I get CNC in this time because I get in trouble for that. Thanks, buddy. Which way?
Once again, come back. There's nobody else.
There's only 4 drivers.
There's only 4, the Fabulous 4.
Fabulous 4.
These guys are talking about a bounty.
I heard about that rumor. I don't know how true it is, but I had to thank all my sponsors, Ronnie Casto, Kathy Canna. Is that what you want? No. Oh. You know, just everybody, my family. I have a new son a couple months ago, so Just want to thank everybody, all my sponsors, Alpha Page, CNC Motorsports, CNC Rigging, Home Depot. But it was a little hairy there for a little while, but got there.
Only 4 guys all season. How come?
I don't know, maybe luck, knowledge, and that's about it. A lot of luck, I think, too. There's a lot of good guys out there. Ryan Vanessa is getting better every day. He's a lot more tough to pass now than he was 2 months ago. So everybody's coming around, everybody's getting a little bit quicker.
You got the championship in your hopes, sir?
You're pushing it. I moved to 4th. I'm probably still in 4th. I don't know where the 21 finished, but I'd be happy with the top 5, and I'm there as long as I can keep it there.
All right, once again, the feature goes to Mike Rebello.
Nobody's.
Granny can stand on your roof.
I gotta get the 9 in. The 9 in the CNC for Ronnie.
You want to stand up towards the back, and then we'll do one with Cisco's and all that on.
as I step down from the train, and there to meet me is my mama and my papa. Down the road I look, and there comes Mary, hair of gold and lips like cherries, and to touch the green, green grass of home. The old house is still standing, though the paint is cracked and dry. And there's that old oak tree that I used to play on. Down the road I walk with my sweet Mary, hair of gold and lips like cherries, to touch the green, green grass of home. Yes, they'll all come to see me, arms are reaching, smiling oh so sweet, and it's good to touch the green, green grass of home. Then I awake and I look around at these four gray walls that surround me. Then I realize, yes I realize, I was only dreaming. For there's a God, and there's his sad old padre. Arm in arm, we'll walk at daybreak, and again, I'll touch the green, green grass of home. Yes, they'll all come to see me neath the shade of the old oak tree, and they'll lay me neath the green, green grass of Thank you. I said, now come along, baby, a whole lot of shaking going on. You come along, baby, we the shaking in the bun. We are making a whole lot of shaking going on. Well, I come along, baby, we're really good to move along. Well, I come along, baby, we're really good to move along. We are making a whole lot of shaking going on. Well, I shake it, baby, shake. Shake it, baby, shake. Shake, baby, shake. Shake it, baby, shake. Come on over. Whole lot of shaking going on. Go get him, Dickie. little spot. Yeah, wiggle them hips. Ah, you're looking good. Wiggle over, baby, hold on. Let's get real low one more time. All right, shake it, baby. Yeah, all you gotta do is stand in that one little spot. Wiggle them hips. Ah, you're looking good. Come on, baby, hold on, shake it away. Well, shake it, baby, shake. I shake it, baby, shake. Shake, baby, shake. Shake it, baby, shake. Come on over. Hold, try to shake it, going on. I want to introduce the band, and then the box stops will be back with us. Santo and Johnny. On lead guitar, Mr. Dick Sylvia from Stoughton, Mass. On rhythm guitar, Mr. Joseph Mendes from Fall River, Mass. In the back on the drums, Joseph Caden from Somerset, Mass. And myself, Dennis Guerrero on the bass. And we're known as Bobby's Del Rio Sound. We play for weddings, anniversaries, divorces, anything you want. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
I just walk the floor. Don't know how I stand it anymore.
took the laughter from this